fellow
Hi.
followers.
What's going on?
Fellow followers, and welcome back to FanZcene, and this is the Physical Media Show. Glad to have you guys with us, Tom, Runner, and hail to you guys. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
I'm here.
I'm alive and kicking.
That's what they say.
Yeah. It's hail to everybody watching out there. Hail to everybody in the chat. Brian Barth. And it says hail, and Random Brad Creator. He's listening down here in Australia. Got the son doing work experience with him. So I hope you enjoy it as you listen to us. Tom Sassy says hi.
How you doing?
Yeah. And then Deleted Scenes. Welcome. Dan Blackroyd. Greetings. Hank HVP. Greetings, my friend. What's up, VHS Mikey up in the house? Hey, media fam, he says. What's up, Mikey? Glad to have you here. He's a good guy.
What's up,
I enjoy
VHS
his channel
Mikey?
immensely, but I'm into VHS, so.
Yeah. I used to own VHS, but my family gave them all away.
Yes, that happens.
Yeah.
So, where you guys want to start tonight? You want to cover? I mean, we covered a lot of 4K for you earlier. If you guys tuned into Midnight's Edge After Dark,
I watched some of that, not all of it, but none of you said hi to me. I was in the chat.
Tom put you up on the freaking
screen.
I didn't see that.
Because you don't open your eyes.
Exactly.
Well, no, I was probably like multitasking.
You got some basement dust under there.
You shut the fuck up, you motherfucker.
Oh man, but
I still have the better Best Buy.
Yeah, fuck your Best Buy.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll probably get Rookie back on here again.
I've not heard from him since he ran off, and
I guess he's watching Top Gun.
He's watching the first Top Gun tonight. Yeah, he's disappeared on us. Don't know what happened.
And
never seen him again.
I told Rookie, you probably like the second one a lot more, because it's honestly a better movie in my opinion. I still like the first one, but Top Gun Maverick's fucking incredible.
I still have to see it, but yeah, if we'll talk. Do you guys want to bring up any titles that we talked about earlier to bring up to the people tonight?
That's up to you, man. It's your show.
I know we got we'll bring this up because you mentioned it here last week when you brought Warriors. It looks like we'll probably be getting Warriors on a US 4K release. After Tom just bought it from Imprint, so
yeah,
I went and canceled my Imprint order for Ghoulies though today because I can get it cheaper through Amazon. Plus, I see Spain released a version with Ghoulies 3 included.
Well, it's also like Diabolic DVD said hold off actually because they're coming to the US in a new release.
You know me though.
Yeah, I know. I get that too but
I did cancel my one with Diabolique or Umbrella, I mean, and then so then I just got the one through Amazon since it was cheaper, and I'll have it sooner.
It's awesome.
So I will have the next. I should have that by next week.
I need to get I need to get.
I did order the Spanish box set too.
I missed
got a
out
couple
on
of goodies in it, like
awesome.
Like cards and other things. So.
I missed out on a Shout Factory Goalies thing, so I really want to get that. I'm debating on whether if I should go ahead and order the. Was it Umbrella that's doing it?
Yeah, it looks like they have all the same stuff carried over plus the new stuff. So
I'm debating if I should get that or wait and see if the US release actually happens. But yeah, we could possibly get Warriors, and Tom knew that coming into it.
Bob's Burgers the movie is coming out.
Bob Burgers, which nobody even watched.
No, I mean it was playing in the it dropped around the same time as Top Gun Maverick, so of course no one saw it.
Yeah, Disney dumped it just kind of like nonchalantly.
Yeah, we're getting. I know this didn't go over too well on 4K for you, but 30 Dancing is coming back to 4K after only being exclusively to Best Buy in a steelbook. Now it gets a wide 4K release from Lionsgate for everybody. So
yeah, I heard about that, and I'm like, I was like, it already got a 4K release.
No,
yeah, but
No, but I didn't know it was like an only Best Buy Steelbook exclusive. I didn't know that because I've seen it. I've seen it.
Never felt like this before.
Yes, I swear.
Never put Runner in the corner.
Yeah,
We'll put him in timeout
I've
though.
seen no, because I've seen it at my Best Buy. I didn't get it just because.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's the kind of.
Yeah. Well,
movie I'd
fuck your
like.
Best Buy.
What-
And sometimes why?
I mentioned one small fucking thing about any Best Buy I go to.
It's a running bit now. It has to be played out.
Fuck your Best Buy.
Oh man. And let's see.
You know, Greg, you give me so much shit. I have to bring up my Best Buy. It's just a thing.
And that's why we like you. No Roadhouse was on Blu-ray from Shout, and that has gone OOP, so out of print.
Is that a Fox or MGM title? I can't remember. I think it's MGM.
I believe it's MGM. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that gets a 4K pretty soon.
Yeah, that's true.
Depending on how
Casablanca.
Casablanca was announced.
Yeah, Casablanca's coming out. It depends on what Amazon does with the MGM and who's got the rights to that one.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes, Dan Blackroyd. He totally should. Like Pee Wee Herman. Why don't you marry it?
That doesn't make sense.
I was paraphrasing badly Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, I know. And I'm saying that marrying a fucking store makes no sense.
You take things too literally, Renner.
Yeah, that's the joke, asshole.
But anyways, we got that, and a little news before we go into some of this, which, like I said, we covered a lot of this, and I'll do a video here soon, probably of some upcoming titles on it coming soon to Blu-ray or 4K. But we possibly could get Scream 2 on 4K this October. And to anybody who's ever tuned into this channel, watched us talk a lot, I have finally seen Scream 5. So, and I will say once and for all, I fucking hated it. And mic drop. Yes, I was never a huge fan of Scream 4, but Scream 4 is a masterpiece compared to Scream 5. And with them rushing out Scream 6 and trying to bring back the chick from Scream 4 and not Sydney, which it just screams desperate. It does. And they can say all the shit they want to say, especially in that movie when they talk about the whole Requel legacy shit. And they talk about how it can't just be a cash grab. Scream 5, whether you guys want to admit it or not, was a cash grab because of Halloween 2018. And you're rushing into part 6 for thinking you can make an even bigger cash grab. And it's going to end up like Halloween Resurrection. So fuck your face. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
The best. But that's.
I've never heard Greg talk like that before.
Yeah, I usually don't, but I really, and I hate saying this because they use the damn argument in the movie about passionate fans of what the movie, like, what does the first stab mean to so many people, and how they showed it to their kids. Well, fuck you. That first Scream movie actually did mean a lot to me because I went homeless in 1996 for 3 months, and I enjoyed the hell out of that movie. I found comfort in that movie for those few months. So, yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Scream stream, absolutely.
Yeah, that might be on the books to get to it soon. So, I agree.
We gotta get it.
Do you like scary movies?
Oh, that's great.
I love it. Thank you. No one says sub because you said fuck your face. Thank you. And I'm hoping I don't get too many things. I usually don't cuss like that much. It's a great sequel to Ghost Dad.
That's funny.
Corley and Rogue, that's funny that they mock Rian Johnson, but they legitimately are the Last Jedi and the Rise of Skywalker of the Scream movies. They truly are.
I would say it's more Force Awakens. I think Scream 6 is going to be the Last Jedi. That's what
I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure this is the Last Jedi of the movie, and it's. I'm to be honest.
Listen.
There's stuff in it that I actually liked. I won't lie. There's stuff that I liked. I did think the kill with the for anybody. I don't want to spoil any too much here. So if you have not seen it, a little bit of spoiler here. A little spoiler here. I did think when they killed the sheriff was a little creative, even though it was pretty much foreseeable, but I think that's about the most as creative they got in that movie because these people making this movie really thought they were more clever than they actually were than what they executed.
I mean, the violence in it was pretty well done. I'd say that's like one of the few positives.
Yeah, and but yeah, we won't dwell on that too much because this is the physical media show, and I mean, if you love Scream 5. Awesome, more power to you. I'm not trying to make you guys feel bad or anything. It just was not my cup of tea. I'm sure we'll delve into it a little more down the line when we do the Scream stream. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, but I'm not a fan.
Yeah. But and don't get me wrong, I don't like the movie either, but I wouldn't go as far as to say it's The Last Jedi, but that's just me. I would say it's Force Awakens because it has a lot of the same tropes as The Force Awakens. Especially a certain death scene is very much like a Han Solo death scene.
Yeah. Well, it's a blend of all three of those movies. Too many people survive. I agree with you there, Corley and Rogue. I definitely agree with you there.
Wait, too many people survive as much as all. Right, that's what I thought at the very end. Almost everyone who survived, or most of them, or actually all of them that lived at the very end, are fucking females. I mean, I guess there's the one jock dude, but that's it.
The real problem with that is that doesn't really bother me in a horror movie because that's essentially how most horror slasher movies work out. It's always the females that survive. That doesn't really bother me.
I don't know. I mean,
because that's the trope, the final girl. Even though there's five final girls.
Right, exactly.
But that doesn't really bother me.
I don't know. That part was kind of telling to me for some reason. I get that, I understand that, but it's there's I don't know.
But anyways, about it. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about that. But that's really about it on the release front. There wasn't nothing that I covered too much that was coming out, but we covered a lot on 4K4U. So go check out the replay of that if you guys want to over on Midnight's Edge after dark. So
by the way, cool. Real quick, Greg, I just gotta say, I'm glad you suffered with us on Scream 5.
Oh, I'm glad I watched Beavis and Butthead to cleanse the palate.
I still haven't seen that. Awesome. I still haven't seen that yet. I saw the white privilege clip and I laughed my fucking ass off.
He doesn't understand, Butthead. We got white privilege.
It's okay, you didn't know.
Motherfucker takes a whole ass cake.
It's so good. It's such a good movie.
Beavis, let's shred ass.
Did we win the science fair? Not only did we win, Beavis, we kicked its ass.
Exactly. Didn't you hear what she said? She wants us to watch her through the window.
I don't know about that. Are you sure that's what she said?
I watched a few of the old episodes of Beavis and Butthead. It's so fucking good.
It's good. Mikey, you'll enjoy Beavis and Butthead. It is awesome. It's great.
You were crying. That's one of my favorite episodes of the revival from 2011. Yeah. They're sitting there eating chili dogs, and Beavis has a big old onion in it, and he takes a bite, and he can't stop crying. It's I don't know what's wrong, Butthead. I just can't stop crying. It's the whole thing's Butthead's you were crying. Shut up! No, I wasn't. Then it zooms to 50 years later. You were crying. No, I didn't. God damn it. And then Butthead dies of a heart attack, and he's like, yeah, I wasn't crying. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's hilarious. It was. And it was
you were crying.
It was good. I
Beavis
agree
got
with that
emotional.
scene.
He was crying.
But yes, it was a good one. I'm glad I watched that one. Like I said, I found some time to watch a little bit.
Maybe we'll talk a little more Beavis and Butthead here. Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, I saw that. I meant to get that one too. If you have what I think you have,
Maybe.
yes.
The episode I'm talking about, though, just in case anybody's wondering, is actually on this collection right here. So this is the entire 2011 series, videos and everything all together. And so there you go. If you ever want to check it out and you're curious, even in high definition, no less. It actually kind of looks better than the new ones do, but I'm not going to get into that part. But yeah.
Nice. Cool. There you guys go. Yeah, I'm glad the boys are back too. It was a nice welcome return to actual fun, entertaining comedy.
I never stopped, Mikey. You can ask anybody.
Tom's like all the time, and he does great impressions.
Every time somebody says something like, you said anus. Entertainus, anus. Yeah.
She said 8 muncher. What was that? I can't remember what she said. What was it? 8 munch or
butt munch.
Butt munch.
There isn't but much time.
Yeah, butt munch.
You said butt munch. No, actually, I didn't, but I can see why you would think that. Yes, indeed. Funny. Very droll. Yeah.
Yeah, very droll. Smart Beavis and smart.
You can refer to us as Smart Beavis and Smart Butthead.
Oh, it was a good movie. Man, was it a good movie.
We're from another dimension. What's that? Have you seen the cartoon Spider-Man film?
I know when they said that, I got lost it.
No. Well, it would help explain it if you had, but
into the spider.
Yeah, they asked that.
That's funny.
There is an infinite amount of universes, and each one has its own Beavis and Butthead. Have we ever scored? No. No Beavis and Butthead in any universe has ever scored.
Do we have a Miles Morales in some other universe?
No.
Okay. That is hilarious.
You know, Spider-Man. Peter Parker.
It is such a good movie. It was so funny. And I dig it because that, yes. No, I'm sorry. I just can't get down with Scream 5. I just can't do it.
I got a question. I haven't watched a lot of Beavis and Butthead. Like I've obviously seen some episodes, and I started watching some of the older ones. Should I start watching the movies? Do America and do the universe?
Yeah. I mean, you don't really have to have seen the show all that much to really enjoy the films. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least if I've seen some of them, I'd enjoy it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the shows, they've never really had any major through line, really. Like, they've always kind of just been that, just little... Well, if you take out the videos from the old shows, they're literally like 7 or 8 minutes. Little episodes.
I actually got like 3 of them on VHS. It's 3 of the... that they put out back in the day. 3.
I used to have those tapes, and then I ended up getting the DVDs.
Yeah, I need to get the DVDs, but I do have the VHSs. So.
Supposedly, they're going to be remastered for Paramount Plus with the videos added back in, so we'll see.
Oh, that'd be nice. I'd like to watch those.
You know what's fucked up? Like, one day at my Best Buy, and this is a bad thing that happened, so Greg might be happy about this. So... I found Beavis and Butthead Do America on Blu-ray, right?
Right.
And then I go to the fucking checkout, and it's like, oh, we're not selling it. What the fuck? What do you mean you're not selling it? Like, it wasn't on their system or whatever the fuck.
Ha! So, your Best Buy fucked you, so ha! Oh, we lost Tom.
You know, what the hell? Yeah, totally but that was like, that's a rare occasion my Best Buy fucks up.
That's crazy.
But then
welcome back, Tom.
But I had better
hit
times.
The wrong button.
but I've had much better times at Best Buy, so
yeah.
Those will always stay true to my heart.
Brian Borth got Aladdin and Minority Report. Nice. Which Aladdin though? Because like I dig the old cartoon, but I'm not a fan of the new movie. So.
Oh, the new movie sucks ass. I saw that in the fucking theater.
Bourgeois Best Buy.
I haven't seen the original cartoon in a while. The original movie. I love that movie.
Yeah, it is.
And I've never been like a huge like fan of like the Disney princess movies, even though I wouldn't say it's a Disney princess movie all that much, even though there is one. But
it's really not.
It's really not. But like
give them time.
Aladdin is really
well,
fun.
the new movie, from what I've heard, is
I don't want to be a prince. I want to be a princess.
Oh yeah, well,
I wish I was a princess.
Oh yeah, there you go, Brian Barth. The good one, the animated one. That's a good pickup because I like the original. It's good.
Yeah.
But who wants to go first tonight for their first pick? Runner, since you're back on top, I guess. We'll see what you got for us for your first pick of the night.
Yeah.
All right. So my first pick, I started watching it a little bit before the show. It's a classic movie. Almost everyone in the world likes it. If you don't, that's an automatic red flag, and I don't think we can be friends. If you
I hate it.
Movie. Yeah, of course you do.
That depends. Did Zack Snyder direct it?
Yeah, no, Zack Snyder did not direct it. It's a Steven Spielberg movie, actually.
Oh.
So that might either be that's not the theme in this movie. It's not Jurassic Park. You can have one more guess.
Tempo Doom. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
One before that.
Raiders. I do like that Steelbook.
It's a Steelbook.
Is that the one where they fucked up the font? I think so.
Yeah, the Raiders font and all that.
It's better than the Steelbooks from that 4-pack. That's for fucking sure.
Did they put the 4-pack in a Steelbook?
Yeah, like there was a 4-pack Steelbook,
yeah,
but it was like all white and like orange and stuff, and it was super fucking lazy. But like they actually like, I know like Tom had the complaint that they fucked up the whole title thing, whatever. But like just seeing like the poster art for the most part in this is fucking amazing.
It is a nice looking Steelbook though.
And I have a code to give away at some point because when I got the Blu-ray, the 4-movie Blu-ray, the digital code like gives you the digital versions on 4K. So I'll give this one away on 4K
tonight.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. All right. Well, you hear that, guys? If you want a 4K copy of Raiders of the Lost Ark, Runner's going to give the code away later tonight. So
also, and there's no disc in here because I have it in my 4K player.
Nice.
Because I started watching it, I fucking love that movie. It's a masterpiece.
It's a great movie.
And it comes with a poster.
Hey, they got it right there.
Yeah, it's right on the poster, not on the.
See, that's the original poster. That's the first release poster, and the one that's on the steelbook is actually the re-release.
I can tell. Like, I love the top where it's like Indiana Jones, the new hero from the creators of Jaws and Star Wars. It's fucking awesome.
It is. Yes, Brian Barth. I did know that Tom Selleck was considered for the role of Indiana Jones. Sadly, he said he had to turn it down because of Magnum PI. But you can always watch the original Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers because that is Indiana Jones and Magnum PI together.
Sometimes some crimes
pump it up,
go slipping through the cracks, but these two come shoes are picking up the slack.
Love it.
There's no case too big, no case too small. When you need help, just call Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. Okay, I'm done.
The theme song for that, man, is so tight. It really is.
How the hell are you talking about that when we're talking about Indiana Jones?
Did you not hear?
He is.
I didn't listen to. I didn't listen.
Go look at the Rescue Rangers and tell me who they look like.
Yeah, go look at them. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
All right, I haven't seen that. I don't think.
Pull up a picture real quick. You're on the computer. Look at them and tell me who them two are.
We'll have to do it for him.
No, It's fine. I'll do it. Jesus fucking Christ.
He's good. He's not going to know who they are. You know that.
What the hell are you talking about? I know who Chip and Dale are.
Greetings.
Yeah, but how are they dressed?
Yeah.
No,
Reading Cosmic Squirrel.
I see one of them's dressed like Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
Okay,
and the other one's Magnum PI.
Yes. Yeah. Did you hear Brian Bart's question? Yeah.
What? No. What
He
was
said,
it?
"Did you know that Tom Selleck it was almost Indiana Jones?"
I heard that. I didn't know that, but I did hear you read that in the
So
chat. Yeah.
yes, Tom Selleck had to turn down Indiana Jones because of Magnum PI. Chip and Dale is Indiana Jones and Magnum PI.
That's interesting. I obviously know who Chip and Dale are. I just never really watched any of those movies.
It's a TV show, man.
Or TV
Rescue
show.
Rangers.
I don't give a fuck.
See, Runner, this is why.
Listen, I've never been too big into Disney.
Tested a lot of potential Indiana Joneses.
Tom Selleck about it years later when we did Sea Change. Part of what the problem was they wouldn't let him out of his contract to do Magnum PI. He had just signed to do this series.
George and I pretty much went after Tom Selleck, and then a man who became a very close friend of mine, Bob Daly, at that time the head of CBS, said, "Wait a minute, we have a series commitment with Tom Selleck called Magnum PI," and he greenlit the series. Tom had a TV series that took him to great, heights of fame and fortune, and we had nothing.
And I guess that turned out to be a lucky break for
There you go. Sean Young was originally.
Oh, I thought that was Sean Young's voice.
Yep.
Nice.
It says her name in the bottom.
I was listening, man.
You can be listening and looking at the same time.
Runner. You're crazy. And yes,
Hell
I
Rangers
agree.
is a classic. It's a
No,
classic.
It is an all-time classic.
You're crazy.
But it's I like it. I dig it.
I will say this though, it is no Morbius.
What, Indiana Jones?
It's far from Morbin time, man.
Oh god. I haven't seen Morbius.
#1 selling video of last week.
Yes, it was. Top of the charts. Jared Leto sitting back going, "I told you it'd be #1." Welcome Horror Mike. They tried Magnum PI, but it was too mathematically challenging for average viewers. I like that. Back in the corner, Runner.
Oh, fuck off.
So they should put Tom in the new movie as a brother.
You said it wrong.
That
It's
would be
Magnum
interesting.
Pie.
Yeah, Magnum Pie. I said it wrong. I said PI. It's pie.
You couldn't get to the square root of the matter.
Do I think he could have been? He could have been an interesting choice for Indiana Jones, but
He'd have done all right.
It probably it'd be a different character than what Ford.
He still got the swagger. Like
I think it'd have been a bit more
has.
humorous, maybe a little bit more tongue in cheek.
Yeah, he was definitely more funny swagger, whereas Harrison Ford's a little more serious swagger.
A little bit more dashing and debonair as to where Harrison's gruff and dark.
Yeah,
kind
of. Tom said it better than what I was actually.
Yeah, that's a really good explanation.
To be fair, not even Morbius is Morbius. He never said that iconic line.
But that's really what they wanted. Is Tom Selleck was kind of ideally what they were looking for because that's what they were emulating, right? All those, like the Alan Quartermass or whatever his name was, and
Al Quartermain and
or Quartermain, not Quartermass. Jesus Christ,
who was other
Quartermain.
guys? Like
But all those ones, the Lost Treasure, like archaeology serials from the 40s and stuff. That's what they're emulating. So like. They wanted a guy like Tom Selleck because he looked just like those guys in those old movies, right?
Yeah.
Like,
his stash could have had a whip.
Oh, yes.
That would have been awesome. Visually, you can see Thomas Selleck as Indian Shamook's deepfakes video.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, I did see that, actually.
I may have seen
they
that.
Put his face over Indy's on the bridge from the... Is that Temple of Doom when he's on the bridge? The rope bridge? Yeah, that.
Correct.
Yeah. But that's a good, decent pick there, Runner. Decent pick. I like it. Well, good pick all around because it's a great movie.
Oh, absolutely. It's a masterpiece.
So,
It's
Tom,
not
what do you
Morbin
got?
time yet. It's not Morbin time yet.
Morbin time, so.
Not yet, Martin. Since we keep talking about it,
Go ahead, man. What do you got for us for your first
I watched
picks?
this movie. It didn't suck.
That's funny. Is that the new Blu-ray that just came out?
Yeah.
It's
just
I've been meaning to get that.
That's the one. That's the one I was talking about. The one I
don't know why they wouldn't
Best
sell
Buy.
it to you. That's fucking weird.
I don't know if it was like how long ago did it come out? That's real.
Shit,
question.
I've had this now for almost a month or two.
Okay, so I probably like went to my Best Buy maybe around a month or two, and they just for some reason like it wasn't like it was there before the release date or something. Because that same type of incident happened when I got Singing in the Rain on 4K, like in one other Best Buy, but it was like a week early, so they couldn't give it to me. So it might have been one of those incidents.
Could have been. Hey, Adapt XR, that's my buddy Justin.
Adapt XR.
Yeah, Bruce Willis is in Do America, Bryant Barth, you are right, and so is his wife at the time, Demi Moore. And believe it or not, do you guys know who does the voice of Butthead's dad in that?
Oh, I used to know because it's been a while since I've seen it, but who does it? Isn't it? No, it's not Brad Pitt.
We went to this shithole once called Highland, and we met these two chicks, and I got to do them both at the same time. Yeah, me too. No, you didn't. I did them both.
I remember that. I don't remember the voice though.
It's David Letterman.
Oh, really?
Because he was a huge fucking Beavis and Butthead fan. In fact, I think they did more guest spots on David Letterman than any other show. And they even had him, I think it was like in the one, it was either Oscars or the Emmys or something like that, where they had those guys sitting with him at the show. And him and Butthead keep slapping the shit out of Beavis.
That's funny.
I have not been able to confirm it, but I think Paul Schaefer is doing the voice of Beavis's dad, but I've not ever been able to confirm it. Unless it's Letterman doing both of them.
It could be. I didn't even realize it was David Letterman. I was thinking it was a more.
Butthead's dad is listed under his fake. He's got this fake name that he uses once in a while for shit. So that's the name it's under in the credits. But they don't have anybody listed for Beavis's dad.
So I wonder if he did both or if it was Paul Schaefer.
That's what I was wondering too. Is like they just had Dave and Paul come in and do it.
That'd be interesting. Corley and Rogue wants to know, do you think they'll do a box set with the shows and the two movies?
Maybe. It's going to be a little while before they release the movie on Blu-ray.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They let that play on Paramount Plus for a while. Yeah, Mike Judge he was on there, yeah.
A lot, yeah. But they had Beavis and Butthead guest on there quite often, too. Like in little bits.
I remember the kids that were on, you ever watch the show Step by Step?
Yeah.
They did two guys that did Beavis and Butthead on that show that like had them down pat.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
I always remember them because I was like, I watched them on MTV.
Do you know the other movie that Beavis and Butthead made a cameo in?
No, I do. I probably do once you'll say it. I know, but I can't.
We saw the Lone Rangers last week, and they really sucked.
Yeah. Yes. Shit, I got it right here beside me. I'm looking for
Airheads.
Airheads. Yeah, it's right here on my shelf on the other side of me.
Okay.
That's a great fucking movie, man. I'm cussing too much tonight.
Question.
Cussing
Who's better,
is great.
Lemmy or God?
Wrong. Lemmy is God.
Greg,
I ain't farting on no snare drum.
Greg, let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong about fucking cussing.
Yeah, but I try not to do it too much, to be honest with you.
No, but I love Beavis and Butthead Do America. I saw it the day it came out in theaters. My buddies and I rushed from school that day. Because we were in high school. I was 16 at the time. So we all piled into a car. I mean, we piled. Of course, from the start of the day, it was like 3 or 4 of us were going. And then by the end of the day, when people heard we were going to see Beavis and Butthead, we had a car full. It was crazy. So there was like 6 or 7 of us that all crammed into the car to go. And it was fucking hilarious. The theater was packed.
Yes.
And believe it or not, it opened the same day as another big movie.
I was about to say there's a connection to Beavis and Butthead and Scream because I remember them saying that when they released it, they thought Scream was going to die, Wes Craven and them, because they thought everybody was going to go see Beavis and Butthead.
And they did for about a week or two, and then eventually Scream caught on, but yes.
Yeah, like word of mouth and all that, because I remember, like, on one of the documentaries I watched from that Blu-ray, you know, the 3-movie pack thing, like, they explained the whole, you know, how it played out in the theaters, and they didn't really talk about Beavis and Butthead. The only reason I knew Beavis and Butthead was playing around the same time was because Tom mentioned it once.
Yeah, but Beavis and Butthead was that was a pretty big summer for those type of movies.
I'm not gonna lie though, like
it actually opened on Christmas.
Christmas. Yeah. I don't know why I said summer. It was around Christmas time. Sorry.
Like watching a Beavis and Butthead movie in the theater around high school, that's like the perfect time.
Oh, it was like a fucking party, dude. It was awesome.
It was great.
Oh, I bet.
And I did love the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Love Roller Coaster. Roller Coaster.
I really wish there was a movie like that around the time I was in high school and my buddies and I would just have fun. Like, I really wish there was a movie like that.
Sorry you woke up or you grew up during the woke times, I guess. I mean,
I remember going to the theater constantly,
because like
movie after movie was just so damn good.
No, it sucked because fucking like freshman year, I think like after like winter break started or whatever, and then my buddies and I watched The Last Jedi, and that's where it all like the dark times started for us.
That's what you get.
Like that could have if it was.
That's the beauty of it. When we were in high school, Runner, if we went to a movie and it was sold out, there was always at least 2 or 3 other choices.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's why I ended up seeing like Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, like 4 times in the theater because every time we'd go to see The Phantom Menace, it was sold out, so we just go see Austin Powers again.
No,
but I'm glad because in retrospect, that was the better film.
Yeah, but the Last Jedi wasn't sold out. It almost was actually because of all the hype, but we like made it in time to get our tickets.
Dang the woke times.
I have the Rocketeer, but I don't. Did they just?
It's just there's no bonuses on it at all. That Disney did that. We got a bunch of those here in the recent years where they just throw them together. They don't put any of the special features or nothing.
I know. I hate
even ones that had DVD special features. They haven't carried over some of them.
They just don't give a crap. Honest, They just don't.
No, you're lucky at this point to get anything out of them.
Yeah. Did they just re-release this or something?
No, or they might have just threw like a 20th anniversary label on it because I think originally it was one of those Disney Movie Club exclusives, and they kind of killed the Movie Club at this point. I mean, it still exists, but they don't encourage it anymore like they used to because of Disney Plus. But for a while there was like a ton of great films they had that you could only get through the club that were on Blu-ray finally, that were Disney classics that people have been wanting to get their hands on for a long time, like The Black Hole, stuff like that. So
a Goofy movie,
Bedknobs and Broomsticks, I think, and Goofy movie was one of them. Return to Oz was another one that was really popular with people.
The first 2 Mighty Ducks, I would like.
For some reason, the 3 Mighty Duck movies were never released. The Honey I Shrunk the Kids and Honey We Blew Up the Kids.
Exactly.
Like movies, I can't imagine why they wouldn't. Because it's not like the Mighty Ducks and the Honey I Shrunk the Kids films were small. They were huge hits.
Yeah,
and Honey I Shrunk the Kids held its own against fucking Batman.
Exactly. I remember seeing them all in the theater. Like we just talked about, I remember seeing Honey I Shrunk the Kids and Batman in the theater.
Those both opened up on the same weekend too, yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing those, man.
You can't have that anymore. 2 movies like that just can't seem to coexist anymore. Like the closest we've come is this recent week when we had Top Gun and Elvis basically split the box office, and then Black Phone or whatever it is?
Yeah, Black Phone came in.
Actually, that did pretty good too. So all 3 of them kind of split the top box office. So they all did almost exactly the same. That's a rarity.
You know what did do very good?
Is the
Lightyear? Lightyear.
Have any of you seen The Black Phone?
No, I haven't.
Because I've heard.
But Chris recommends.
Yeah, I've actually heard decent things about it.
I've heard good things about it.
Well, that's the movie Air went and did instead of Doctor Strange 2. Yep. Or not Air.
Derrickson.
Scott Derrickson.
Yeah, Scott Derrickson, not David Ayer. Yeah, Scott.
I knew what I meant. I may be high.
No, yeah.
I agree.
But I
where
ain't
Mikey
drunk.
does.
But
I would go
yeah.
much more for a 4K or new 4K Blu-ray Rocketeer than the ideal of Leslie Mann being the Rocketeer that they had a couple years back.
I can think of 5 classic Disney films right now in that era that need a 4K release, and that's one of them.
Yep.
Dick Tracy's another one.
Yep.
Tron needs one.
Definitely.
Shit. There's at least a few more that I could probably think of. I mean, none of the Pauly Shore movies or Encino Man have ever gotten fucking releases. And I know he's not popular with some people, but
I know, but
even Encino Man and In the Army Now and Son-in-Law deserve
yeah, I was gonna say
fucking Blu-ray releases.
Exactly.
And Son-in-Law was a huge fucking hit. People forget how big of a hit that was.
They still play it to this day, and it's like every year they play it.
Steven Tyler PJs.
Hey, Becca.
I'm not trying to get into the whole Bob Chapek shit, but you think Bob Chapek or whatever fuck his name is will do more 4K releases like those? You think, Tom?
I don't think that's really. See, here's the thing. It goes against Disney Plus, and we've been sporadically getting some Fox titles here and there, and a few, but I don't expect that will change much. Chapek's got a lot bigger shit to worry about than that.
Because, like, we're getting, like, yeah, because, like, we gotten some Fox releases on 4K, like, we got Speed on 4K, and the ones that are technically owned by Disney that were, by, what was it, Hollywood Studios or whatever, or, like, Tombstone, which is getting released. Yeah. I'm very worried about that.
Well, we think so tentatively, but yeah.
And, like, Unbreakable was also another one that was released from Disney on 4K.
Which wasn't a horrible release, but yeah.
No, I didn't. I mean, I'm not. I only watched it on 4K because it was the first time I watched the movie, so I don't know how it compares.
I compared it to the Blu-ray. It was a much improvement.
Yeah. So like you've had good things here and there.
But yeah, you can pick up Do America for like $10-$12 usually.
Yeah.
It's not the best transfer. It's clearly the old DVD transfer.
Is this a Mill Creek Blu-ray?
No, believe it or not, it's Paramount. But like, here's the thing: Paramount really. I didn't grab them, but I have both of the old DVD releases.
Right.
This was one of the first movies to get released on DVD back in the day because it came out in '96. DVD started in '97. So when it first came out, it was an early, big new release, and I had that version. And then they re-released it in 2009, I want to say, for some fucking reason, only on DVD. They remastered it, and they put special features on it, but they only released it on DVD and not Blu-ray. But on digital, you could get it in HD. And then all of a sudden, now they're releasing it, but this is the same fucking digital print that I have.
I always forget. When did Blu-ray come out?
2007, 2006, somewhere in there.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was already a couple of years into Blu-ray, so there was no reason for them not to.
And 4K was what year again?
2013, I want to say, or 14, somewhere in there.
Oh,
12 maybe.
Okay.
2013 says Horror Mike. So.
Oh. Okay.
Or he was talking about Dread. Never mind.
Yeah, he's talking about
Dread. Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's somewhere in that area. Maybe a little later, but I'm gonna say the earlier ones that I remember were.
I have the 4K for Dread, the remake.
It's actually a good movie.
Yeah, I
think that was an earlier 4K one, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was released by Lionsgate, but I haven't seen the Stallone version, but I like the remix.
I am the law.
Yeah, I've seen clips of it, and it's like, I like Stallone, but it looks fucking stupid.
No, but this definitely needs
Urban is fucking great.
A 4K remaster for sure. Like, this is not the best looking print.
I agree, especially after like the universe. You would think they would do a nice.
I would think Paramount would.
But it's got a commentary, a couple making ofs, some little Beavis and Butthead shorts and stuff like that, trailers and all that typical stuff. So
I mean, Paramount does a lot of 4K releases because, like, I feel like most of my 4Ks that I have are mostly Paramount.
Well, that's what I was kind of surprised when they did this release now. Like, this just came out, guys. Like, for those who were, because that's why Runner was talking about, just like, this just came out a couple months ago. I can't believe they just didn't do a 4K remaster of this.
Exactly.
To help promote the new movie.
That would have worked out perfectly too. And it's also like we talked about earlier. The Paramount 4Ks and stuff have been pretty decently priced and not been too expensive at all.
Yeah, like they released the 4K for the first Scream movie, and some of the special features are basically promoting the shitty fifth movie.
Right. Yeah, that's all you had to do is reprint it, and then you put the trailer for Do the Universe and with a Paramount Plus thing, and then maybe you can even put a coupon in there for a free month of Paramount Plus or whatever.
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
And then you also can advertise. You have new special features where you just sit Mike Judge down for 20 minutes and talk about Beavis and Butthead Do America, and then talk about Do the Universe real quick.
Right.
Exactly.
To promote it. That's what a lot of these do anyway. Like, fuck, you had it right there. You could have just done it. Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
It makes no sense. It's like Paramount seems to be taking like steps forward, and then like they have 1 or 2 steps back afterwards.
They are making progress, so I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah,
not gonna bitch too much.
A whole streaming service being like, we're not censoring any of that stuff. Yeah,
right.
They have made.
So basically, though, this is coming from a print that is definitely at least, if not more than a decade old. So it needs a new one. I mean, it doesn't look horrible. I'm not trying to unsell anybody from it, but it's not gonna blow your fucking socks off or anything. It's not the greatest. It's from a 3rd or 4th generation print, obviously. Not even probably the interpositive or anything like that. So
I get you. I guess moving on to me.
Probably an answer print or something.
Probably. Moving on to me, a movie that Tom, you cost me some money on this, and it's not the movie you think it is. So are we
going to? Okay, I was gonna say, are we going at the same time now, or is this a different one? Okay.
This is a different movie. This is a movie. Speaking of a movie that needs a Blu-ray and a print, you Fargan Ice Holes. I had to get Johnny Dangerous.
Doesn't it look good for a fucking DVD, though?
It does. I watched this and I was like, how is this not Blu-ray?
Because they did an HD master, but they didn't do it on Blu-ray for some reason. You can tell it's from a nice HD master. Yeah,
it is. It's very nice. It's clear and bright, and just like I'm like, I couldn't believe I was actually watching the DVD when I was watching this. So
I know it needs one bad, but no, it's a great flick.
Yeah.
It's got a really cool trailer on it too with Joe Pescopo. Did you watch that?
It does. No, actually, I did not, but I did see.
Your SNL say Dave Pescopo. I don't know who that guy is.
You shouldn't hang me up, Johnny. My dad, or who was his mom or his dad, hung him up once.
Once.
I love this movie. It's
my mother
hilarious.
Hit me once.
Exactly.
Once.
And when you told me this was
souls.
When this, you Fargan Ice Holes. I love it.
I made you something really nice.
When you told me this was on sale for the Amazon sale, I had to get it because I had not had. I've been meaning to get it for a very long time, and I know we're never going to get the Blu-ray from Disney anytime soon. So I had to get this. I
didn't even know it gotten a DVD release. And yes, it does have the original song. Yes.
Yep, and it has a Weird Al, and everything is great. Oh, it's so good. It's so funny. And then my favorite part is when his brother's getting married, and their mom's crying, and she turns to Mary Lou Henner's character. She goes, "You've become like a daughter to me, so I feel like I can share this with you. I go both ways." I just cracked up so bad. It's been so long because the jokes are so great in this. Oh man, it's funny. I'd never realized it was directed by Amy Heckerling. So
yeah. And actually, it was one of those movies they anticipated being. I remember when it came out, they anticipated it being a bigger film. It came out in '84, got buried, I think, with a bunch of other stuff, but it didn't do very well in the box office. But I remember they thought it was going to be a big deal when it came out, but it just didn't happen to work out.
It's sad it didn't, but over time we got it, and people.
It definitely has a cult following now, that's for sure. Not maybe a huge one, but definitely enough to where I can't believe. Well, I do understand now that Disney owns Fox, but I mean, the Kino Lorber or somebody didn't, or Shout didn't do it like 5-10 years ago already.
That would have been amazing, but it is. It's a great print. It's probably still pretty cheap on Amazon right now. Heck, it might even still be.
It was $5 before, on this buy two get one free sale, Yeah,
it might even still be. So, but if you've not seen Johnny Dangerously, or if you want to add it, get it. The print is great on it. It'll feel like you're watching a Blu-ray, It's just freaking hilarious.
Yawn 7 times a day.
The Weird Al song, yes, and that's
with Perrier. That's what I said sucked because when I was a kid, I had the video.
Oh yeah, the music video.
No, I had the movie on video.
Oh,
I had the music video too, but that's when because that's kind of how I found out about the movie was, the music video, and so like when the movie finally came out on video, it even says in the beginning of the movie title song by Weird Al Yankovic,
right?
But on the video version, it's not. It's some off the shelf royalty free shit.
Yeah.
So I had the VHS too on tape when I bought it, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because I got it used. Because the movie was hard to find for years for some reason. It just, when it came and went. Never got a chance to rent it. Couldn't seem to find it anywhere. And I ended up finding it a couple years after it came out at some like liquidator store where they had like a bunch of videos for like $5 a piece from some video store that went on a business or something.
Yeah.
And so we went there and just combed through, and that's where I got a lot of my tapes back in the day, and they happened to have, there was Johnny Dangerously. I'm like, oh, I've been wanting to see this movie for years, like, so
yeah.
like, I love the movie, but I was disappointed it didn't have the fucking song. Yeah. Oh, it's back up to $10. Oh,
yeah, it's back up to $10 now, guys. So if you missed out, it's still a good deal. It's still a really good price for this. Trust me. I mean, there's not too many special features.
It's not available digitally right now either. I've looked.
So if you want to add it to your collection, especially with Disney owning it now would be the time to do it. I would recommend it. It's not got
at
really
least
like
not in the U.S. I should say. I don't know about outside the U.S.
But like Tom said, it's got that trailer on there with the Joe Piscopo, which I didn't watch, but I did see it in the list of special features when
It's kind of funny. It's got it's like a trailer for the movie, and he comes in as the character, and he's like, "Oh my God, it's Saturday Night Live's Joe Piscopo." I don't know who that guy is. And then he says his character, and he goes, and I think it even has one of the, "My mother did that to me once," right in the trailer too.
It's such a good, funny movie too, and the little when he shows his brother so he doesn't have sex. The video,
yeah,
with the giant balls.
Oh shit! Yeah, I only watched like the first 5-10 minutes just to see how it looked because it's been a while since I've seen it, but I hadn't got a chance to sit down and watch it yet. But yeah.
Oh yeah,
because one of the movies I watched ended up having 2 movies in it, and I didn't realize it. But we'll get to that.
Okay, yeah. But it's such a great, funny movie. If you've ever been interested, just like now is the time to check it out because it's worth it. It's worth it. I would say let's go to Runner, but I think he's still gone. He said BRB.
BRB.
So, any other thoughts or anything?
It's a great fucking movie, and I'm glad I bought it. I was kind of hesitant because anytime I get a DVD, it's hit or miss.
Exactly.
Because I remember one of my last times I bought a DVD is because I finally broke down and bought the Howie Mandel movie Walk Like a Man.
Oh, that's out only on DVD?
Sort of.
That means I would not.
If you got a VHS, don't worry about it. Because it's literally like one of the it's a made-on-demand MGM title. They did nothing to it. It has got to be from some old either cable version or Laserdisc. It's not even in widescreen. It looks like utter trash. So like it is almost unwatchable. It's really, really bad. Like I said, it's in full screen and everything. So, I hate saying it like that because that's my habit from video store days. It's in 4:3 and everything. So
yeah I still say full screen too.
Yeah, I know it's a bad habit. I hate it because I used to bitch about it too back then. It's like it's not technically full screen. You're getting half the fucking picture. But anyhow, so that's unfortunate for that one. But no, I was kind of pleasantly surprised when I threw it in and it looked as good as it did. It was damn near Blu-ray quality, and
it really is, man.
Well, that's because those latter discs, they were smart not to put all that fucking digital noise reduction and shit, and they were doing better HD masters. So then when they would down convert them, you get a much better quality picture. It's the same reason why the 4K masters look so much better on Blu-ray too.
Yeah, I totally get that, man. It's awesome. But thank you for bringing that up to me when it was on sale, because I snagged that bad boy. I had to get it. It's been so long, and I just get tired. Like I have another movie here that I'm tired of waiting for too, and plus, I will talk about it when we get to it.
Oh wow, I didn't know that, Victor. I already got that one. But if you haven't got the Phantasm Sphere set yet, that's a hell of a deal. Yeah,
it's $61 on Amazon. Hell yeah. I've been meaning to I have them, but I don't. I want the Sphere set. So.
Well, if you have the Wellgo USA or whatever fuck it is that the one that released it here?
No. Oh yeah, with the 1 and 2 on it.
No, well, it's like they did a version for the US that's a different company that did it for outside the US, and the one outside the US is the one that had the Sphere, unless they did one in the US too with the Sphere, and I missed it. Because I have both editions. I have the import and I have the other one. And there is a few differences between the discs. The movies are like all the same prints, but there's like a few different special features between them.
Huh.
So unless you're really worried about, like I was going to say, if that's the same one, that's a good pick, especially if you have the USA version, because then you're getting both sets then.
It's nice. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'll look into that. Is that standard of 4K?
As far as you gotta be a bit more specific.
Yeah, what is you talking about there, Cortland Rogue? Okay, Runner's back. Put the question in chat and we'll answer it. But Runner, you ready to show your next pick?
Yeah, I am.
All right. What do you got for us?
So this one I watched a few days ago for the first time. I got the steelbook for it. I know some people aren't a fan of the design and whatnot. I don't hate it as much as Greg does. I know Tom says he got the original one that didn't come with a steelbook, but they released a steelbook version of this.
It's a great movie, but that cover sucks.
Yeah, I think you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's Roland Emmerich's Universal Soldier, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren.
It's a great flick.
It's a fun flick, man.
It is. It's one of those Terminator-esque ripoff movies, but did really well.
Yeah, like I don't know if this is like a Jean-Claude Van Damme thing, but like his dialogue is so fucking low.
What do you mean? Like when he talks?
Yeah, when he talks, it's so fucking quiet.
Yeah, he's quiet in that movie for the most part. He don't really say a whole lot.
No, but like I've had to like turn up the volume at times whenever he talks.
It could be some bad audio issues then.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm not sure.
You'd have to ask Tom about the other 4K.
Honestly, I didn't even watch the whole thing. I watched like the first few minutes to see how it looked, and that's it. I didn't notice anything. I'd have to rewatch it to find out, to be honest with you.
But I do kind of like the aspect where it's like, oh, they have their cyborg suits or whatever, and then that's what they look like, and it's kind of cool.
Looks more like 6 feet away. I'll be honest with you. That is one of my favorite Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. But that cover is horrendous. It
ain't much better than the other Blu-ray cover.
Like Dolph Lundgren looks like Dolph Lundgren, but I would have never guessed that was Van Damme in that steelbook. Honestly,
yeah,
it does not look like Van Damme, but they did a decent job with Lundgren on the other hand.
Hire Gary with a J. He'd have done a better job.
Exactly. Just look at his Bruce Campbell movie I showed on here.
Oh, he's a student of Drew Struzan, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Still wish we would got to talk to Drew Struzan with him one day, man. That would be awesome. Amazing. Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme really disappeared from mainstream. Dolph Lundgren is still sort of in mainstream.
I thought Van Damme is doing the voice of the villain in the new Minions movie coming out this week.
Oh, is he?
That's what I heard.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
He's going to be in what?
In the Minions movie.
Rise of Gru.
Are you fucking serious?
That's what I heard. Somebody told me he's doing the voice of the villain.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, Trey Parker did it in the last one. He was the villain.
He did it, in the last one.
Let me look.
But Dolph Lundgren hasn't disappeared too much. I mean, he was in the newest Rocky movies. He's in the Aquaman movies. And didn't he do something else recently?
Yeah, Dolph works pretty low. He was in Creed, too.
Yeah, Creed, Aquaman, Creed and something else. Well, they're doing a new Expendables, so.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's funny? Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren are going to be in the new Minions movie.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go. There's a double. Yeah.
Danny Trejo's going to be in it too.
It's a reunion. Whatever you do, because like the sequels are really bad to that. The second one's all right. It's a fun bad movie to watch with the guy that played Spawn. But like They did a straight to DVD Blu-ray sequel.
Oh, you're talking about the Two Worlds of Universal Soldier? Yeah.
Yeah, and they did a straight to DVD Universal Soldier sequel where they both returned.
Actually, I believe those were made for Showtime, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh man, that is so bad.
Because I think they were trying to do like a backdoor pilot for a show, and they did like 2 or 3 straight to Showtime movies or whatever.
Yeah.
They were.
Oh yeah, they did that. Yeah, they did it. Yeah, but I'm talking about like later on, Dolph Lundgren and.
Oh, they had the Return, and didn't they do another one too?
Yeah, with Dolph Lundgren and Van Damme came back for the third movie.
Yeah, what the hell is it called? Oh.
And it is horrible.
It's like Retribution. I don't remember what the fuck it's called.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. But yeah, I remember those Showtime ones. Those suck too.
So because there's actually 2 trilogies. Yeah, there's the TV trilogy that made 2 movies, and then there was the actual ones that they did with Van Damme.
Yeah.
But Universal Soldier: The Return or whatever didn't come out until like 10, 15 years after the original.
Yeah, a long time.
I remember seeing it in the theater, and I was like, "This is fucking bad."
Yeah,
I didn't even see the one. I didn't even know Dolph Lundgren did one, so that I knew they did another one, but I didn't know he was in it.
Yeah, it's like a foreign movie almost too. It's really bad. I couldn't make through it. And like with the second one, The Return, it's a really bad movie, but it's a fun.
It's a watchable movie.
Yeah, it's watchable. It's just but like the original is awesome. I love the original. It's a great one. But Jean-Claude Van Damme would direct the video route because of if you ever heard the stories about Van Damme, he's notoriously hard to work with, and so many other things.
Indeed.
So he kind of had to go the direct-to-video route.
It's funny. I have a ton of his fucking movies on Blu-ray, and I just haven't seen them.
Really?
Yeah, like I have the double feature for Bloodsport and Time Cop, and I haven't seen any of them yet.
Time Cop is awesome.
I've heard it's
Time
good.
Cop's one of his better ones too.
Yeah.
I've heard things about Bloodsport and stuff like that. That sounds like a movie I'd probably like.
It's a good one. I like Bloodsport. Is it? Which one is it?
That's the one that's based on a bullshit story.
Yeah, Frank Du, and it's also what Mortal Kombat is based off of.
Yeah, that's probably why I'd like it. But and then I bought some 6-pack thing that was from my Best Buy, and sadly, it's by Mill Creek. Our good friends by Mill Creek.
They may come up here later.
Yeah, maybe. Double Impact is awesome, and yes, who was it? Hank mentioned Sudden Death is really good too. I like that.
I still need to get Hard Target from Kino.
Yeah, that's a decent movie. When he punches that snake, though, that's pretty funny. I love that. But yeah, that's a good one. The movie's good, but I just gotta say, I'm not a fan of that. And like
the Steelbook
says, yeah, that's a good movie.
The Steelbook was
fan of the cover.
The Steelbook was $20. I was
those are pretty like Lionsgate.
Well, and it is the best of the Terminator 2 ripoffs that came out at that time.
It is.
I mean, because we had a ton of them.
I'll be honest with you, like there's one scene in particular in this movie where Dolph Lundgren's acting is like that's like some of his best acting ever that I've seen. But then there are other where it's like standard Dolph Lundgren where it's like cheesy as shit.
He's pretty good. He's
a good I mean, he was good in.
No, I mean it's a cheesy '90s action flick, so there's lines in the movie. So
yeah, but like I'd say like actually never mind. I'd say his best like role was in his best acting, I guess, was in Creed 2 because like he actually talked more than that. I mean I love him in Rocky 4, but all he said was like, "I must break you."
He's awesome as naked Punisher, though.
Yes,
I haven't seen.
I like that movie. Actually,
I like the Punisher. Yeah, I unapologetically like his Punisher.
Yeah, it's good. With Lou Gossett Jr. and him, I think it's really good. It's fun. It's a fun movie, and that's only Blu-rays.
You think
import the Blu-ray on that one.
You think Van Damme would have made a good Punisher?
No, not at all.
No.
Because I thought about that at one point, and I'm like, that'd be interesting.
Van Damme is only good at playing Van Damme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
Like, if you need a Van Damme type, that's about all he's good at. I wouldn't trust him to play anything but that.
I mean, he was in Street Fighter, so I don't know.
He was Guile. The American soldier.
And I'm not a big fan of Street Fighter just because
I like Street Fighter, but it's not good.
Well, I'm not talking about the movie. I like the movie, even though it's a shit movie. I like it, but like, I'm talking about the game. Like, I've never gotten into the games because it was just like, it was like a kiddie version of Mortal Kombat to me. That's always how I viewed it.
But that's a good pick, Runner. It's a good pick of a movie at least. Let's see here. It's Tom's turn, right? Lundgren, hold on. Lundgren's Punisher is the best Punisher movie.
I agree. Some people don't, but
I would say his and then Thomas Jane's are the best.
Well, speaking of Mill Creek,
let's go, Tom. What do you got?
I watched Hearts and Souls, and this has the distinction of being the rare Mill Creek film to actually get some new special features on it because it's never been released on Blu-ray before. And I believe even when it was released on DVD, it didn't get any of these things because these are all new special features on here. The print itself, not great, but the fact of the price, you get some special features on it, really good. I got one major complaint though, other than this god awful cover they got on the really inside. Bad, I don't know.
It is really
bad. So thanks the Lord they did this. Excuse me. In the interview with the director, they talk about and even show a little clip of, I guess, what was a completely deleted subplot featuring Ernie Hudson. Just gone.
That's crazy.
And they talk about it and we get a glimpse of it, but they don't actually have the scenes on the disc separately, which is stupid. So that really irked me. I'm like, you talk about it, yet you're not going to show us? Seriously? Like, so there's that. But I mean, it's a great, a nice collection of special features, though. Again, as far as the print is concerned, I'm sure it's whatever print they had for cable and or digital download or on demand or whatever. So that part, whatever. It's 5.1 surround sound. An interview with the director, the writer, and what else was it? And production designer John Muto. So altogether, it's like about an hour's almost worth of special features, give or take.
It's interesting. I wish they would show that Ernie Hudson stuff. So was he supposed to be like, what's her name's daughter? Or son, I mean.
No, actually, he played a part in the beginning of the movie when Robert Downey Jr. visits the place where they're building the airplanes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He was one of the head mechanics there or whatever, and he also talked to Robert Downey Jr. about helping trying to save the jobs. So, like, there was a whole bunch more that had to do with that storyline that got axed.
That sucks,
because it was just the movie was just running too long. So
it probably would made it out a little longer. It's already almost 2 hours, but still.
Well, we already learned that the original script was called Seven Souls.
Yeah,
they had to cut it down from there to 4. There's just too much already. But yeah, no, it's a great flick, though. I mean,
yes, it's a great flick. I have not yet watched my Blu-ray copy yet. That's why I didn't bring it. So that's why I just showed it for everybody. Just that's mine. But I have not yet watched it. That's not one of my picks, though. So, but yeah, I always had a fascination with that movie when I was a kid. I remember seeing it, and I loved it. And I always was like a fan of Robert Downey Jr. from the beginning. Before, and to be honest with you, Iron Man's not even my favorite. So that's
Well, and Universal kind of fucked themselves with this movie, and it could have been probably a bigger hit. But they opened it up against The Fugitive, thinking it was going to be counter-programming, thinking that men would go see The Fugitive and women would want to go see Hearts and Souls. They underestimated the power of Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I was going to say, they missed that one, didn't they?
Yeah, and so they basically killed the movie, and so it didn't have any chance. And believe it or not, another. It opened in like 5th or 6th place. There's another movie that actually beat it, too.
It sucks because it is actually a nice.
That you're not going to believe that beat it.
What was it?
Jason Goes to Hell, the final.
Now I'm a fan of Jason Goes to Hell.
Opened in 2nd place. Yeah,
I am one of the fans of it, but Hearts and Souls is a way better movie.
Needless to say, of course, for those who are not familiar with the plot, it's actually about 4 people who die in a bus at the same time that this boy is born, and they are attached to him, and only he can see them. And as time goes on, they realize as he gets older, them being around is detrimental to his mental health on the outside world because they don't believe him. So they disappear. And then I think it's roughly like 10, 20 years later, somewhere in between there about that. They get visited by the angel who's coming to pick them up and take them off to heaven. And they realize that nobody had told them that this whole time they were supposed to spend doing what they felt would fulfill their lives because their lives were ended prematurely. But they weren't aware of this. So now the clock is ticking, and they have like roughly, I think, what does he give them, like 48 hours or something like that to kind of get it done? But he collects each one after 2 or 3
days or something.
Yeah, I don't want to give away too much of the story, but like that's the whole crutch of the story, while at the same time Robert Downey Jr. is trying to stop his life from falling apart. So who Robert plays the boy grown up, of course.
Yes.
But it's a great flick, sweet movie. It's a great date movie, especially. So like if you hanging out with a girlfriend or whatever.
In it, so yeah,
it's a movie you can watch with your mom.
Yeah, and for those who like the spiritual, supernatural type stuff, that sort of plays into it too. So, it
has a lot of humor in it too. Don't like let the story kind of make you think, oh, it's this dour thing either. No, there's a lot of good-natured humor.
Yeah,
it has kind of like the same kind of there's little hints of like Drop Dead Fred and stuff like that with the imaginary friend bit and stuff like that going into it. So you have that, but it's not nearly that manic. Yeah. Right. So, but
it's
no, I thought it was a good
sweeter,
film.
like you said, sweeter. Hail Peter Venkman fan site. Brandon Brad said he don't think he's seen it. It's going on the list. You can't really go wrong with it. It's a nice little movie. I enjoyed it.
Great fucking cast. As you said, Elizabeth Shue, of course, joins Robert Downey Jr. Then, of course, you also have Charles Grodin, Kira Sedgwick, Elizabeth Shue, Tom Sizemore, David Paymer, Alfred Woodard. I mean, great cast altogether. Even though I said Elizabeth Shue, and you can't say her name enough.
Exactly. And then, not to, like you said, not to give too much away for anybody to see, but when they start possessing him, that's really cool. I mean, it showcases a lot of what Robert Downey Jr. could do, and sometimes he acts like him. Sometimes it's just more like him being Robert Downey Jr. too. So,
to a point, yeah.
To a point, yeah.
That's the fun stuff, though. Is getting to see him kind of take on their personalities and stuff, and it's really well done. It's a really good film.
It is good, and I'm going to be watching that probably this weekend because I watched, like I said, I got to watch some other stuff this weekend. I watched about 5 things, was it? 5 things, and 2 of them were Beavis and Butthead and Scream. But yeah, I got to watch some stuff this weekend. So yeah, but if you've not seen it, if you want to check it out, if you heard anything about it, check it out. It's Mill Creek. It's actually really cheap on Blu-ray right now. I paid.
They're moving up in the world. Keep it up, Mill Creek. Keep it up.
And
good for you.
Pop Retro. If you're watching this show, Pop Retro. This is a guy I just found. He got a stack of Mill Creek stuff for free, and he got King Ralph this and the Martin.
I got that in the mail today.
Yeah, I'm getting it here soon, and I'm like, dude, hook me up with some of that free stuff.
I can't believe those fuckers ain't sent us nothing.
Exactly.
After all we've done for you, we helped you fix your website.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it probably had nothing to do with us, but still.
Yeah, well, I'm taking it as a win.
Nobody ever wants to send us anything free. They just know I buy it all. Because I'm sitting here still staring at the shit in my Kino Lorber. I have taken so much out, added more shit to it. I'm just sitting there. I ain't got no money. I can't do this.
Is that sale still going on?
I think so. I think it's through the 4th, isn't it?
I think so. I haven't got to it because I'm afraid.
Well, and then I had to go and add fucking out of sight to it because I keep getting the thing from Amazon that it's delayed. And everybody else has been reviewing it and shit already, so clearly Kino's been shipping it out.
Was that in the 4K for You chat?
Did somebody say
put
something
it in
about
your chat? Yeah, somebody said that the out of sight and something else they ordered from Amazon and it never came, so he had to cancel it and he ordered it from Kino.
That's what I was thinking of doing myself too.
So there's something going on there.
I just got the email earlier and I'm like, fuck that. And I went to my Kino thing and I'm like,
I know, because if I go into that Kino sale, because I went in that last sale, if I go to this and I don't have the cash for a sale right now, and not only that, just to bring up more insult to injury, Kino's got that sale going on. This Thursday starts a full moon sale. Some stuff 60% off.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah, magazines, books, puppets, DVDs, Blu-rays, everything. And then
I'm still waiting for the second line of the NECA fucking Puppet Master toys.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's either Imprint or Umbrella is having a sale right now too.
Well, I've had this thing, and like I told you earlier with the whole Ghoulies thing, like I really paid out the ass for those Imprint films. And a lot of it was shipping and handling, man. That's the thing. Like, it was fucking like $50 just for the shipping and handling, and it took forever for it to get here. So I'm thinking about just doing those from now on through Amazon or eBay, because Ghoulies is already on Amazon. I don't think it has the slipcover, but who cares?
Yeah, that's why I've been thinking about.
And it's like $10 cheaper and all that shit. I'm like, fuck it.
Exactly.
And because I got upset with them before over similar shit. So
yeah,
dude, don't tell me any sales going on because I gotta save my money for next week.
Tell me about it.
Runner, I know you're still in on the Shout Scream Factory, which is great. They're having a sale again too, by the way. Their OOP titles are back on sale. The what's left of them.
Actually, yes, Brian Barth.
I did hear about that actually, but like I really just started like, I mean, I still like Shout, but like I need to take a break from that.
Yeah. But if you get in on Kino, man, it's going to kill you. But yes, like Tom said there, Brian Barth, he was respected, especially with like Chaplin and some other movies he did. So
Less Than Zero and a couple.
Yeah, Less Than Zero.
Isn't there supposed to be a July sale for Criterion?
They usually do a half price sale sometime around this point.
Yeah.
Which if I end up putting one of the movies, I'm gonna be pissed. But anyway.
Exactly. But yeah, so
Heart and Souls, check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Heart and Souls, it's a great film. My turn, my go. Is that where we're at?
Gonna walk like a man, talk like a man. Go ahead.
It's my go, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of Scream Factory, I just bought this. I had never heard of this one before, actually. And I saw it and I bought it, and I am so glad I picked this movie up because this movie is great. It's a great 90s horror film, and it's called The Resurrected. I don't know. Stars Chris Sarandon from Fright Night. I don't know if you guys. In Child's Play, and Jane Sibbett. I don't know if you guys know who that is. And
sounds familiar.
John Terry. I believe he played the CIA in one of the James Bond. What's that guy? Felix in one of the 90s James Bond. But he was also on the TV show Lost. He was Jack Shepard's dad. Way to go on that, JJ. But this movie is.
Is it about Jesus?
No, it's an H.P. Lovecraft story.
I thought it was going to be a Easter movie. Damn it!
It's a great little horror flick. It's based on the H.P. Lovecraft story, The Case of Charles Dexter Ward. Essentially, this woman, Jane Sibbett, she hires John Terry's character, who's a private detective. Her husband is gone a little mad, let's say, and he's spending all of his time out in their their garage. He's a scientist. He's discovered something. He got a thing from his ancestors. He discovered that he was connected way back to the shipping magnate guy from the way in the past, and he gets his chest of stuff, and he starts going through it, and he discovers something, possibly something to do with the elixir for life, for eternal life. And he also discovers that he looks exactly like his ancestor. So he starts going crazy. He's spending all his time in his homemade laboratory. He leaves his wife out to this old farmhouse, and so the detective traces. It's like a neo-noir horror movie, So it starts with the guy. Her husband has escaped from the mental ward, and then the detective starts telling the story, with the whole detective narration, neo-noir stuff. It's just this really great, serious, because I love Reanimator and I love From Beyond, stuff like that was based off of H.P. Lovecraft, but those are a little more dark comedy, even though From Beyond is supposed to be taken a little more seriously, but it's still got that dark comedy element to it. This is straight up 90s. It's awesome. It's very serious, very well done, and is directed by Dan O'Bannon in his first directorial effort after Return of the Living Dead. So if you've not seen this, I would definitely check this one out. Tom,
are
I
you
think
talking
you
about Robocop and Alien, Dan O'Bannon? Dark
Dan
Star?
O'Bannon, yeah. Yeah.
The masterpiece that is Dark Star?
Yes.
I love that movie, actually. I shouldn't say that.
I think you would really dig this. It's got some.
It sounds like something I might like, but I really kind of wish it was a Jesus movie.
Well, you could kind of with the. I don't want to give. If I give away what the whole resurrected thing is, it gives away the movie.
For 3 long days, he dug his way out. Now he's pissed. Here comes Jesus. And he's got a shotgun.
Time for revenge.
That's crazy. But yeah, I don't.
Will smite thee.
But yeah, if you like Detective Neo, I keep
starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hey Judas, eat my lid.
It reminds me of
tastes better than bread. I'm gonna turn your blood into wine. I lied. It's just blood.
But yeah, Tom, I do think you would like it. Runner, I don't know about you. You may like it, but it's very story driven, very great characters, great special effects, great skeleton stop motions, by the way.
I don't
enjoy that.
I honestly don't know if it's the type of movie I'd see anytime soon.
Jesus Resurrection.
We need that Arnold Hamlet movie.
They kidnapped Mary Magdalene and I'm going to kill them. You mess with the wrong son of God. Yeah.
He's had enough of your shit.
I could actually see Arnold doing that back in the 80s or 90s. I really could.
You're not forgiven.
Asshole. But yeah, check that out. Seriously, check it out, guys. It's a really good movie. I don't want to give the twist away.
You said you wouldn't kill me. I crossed my heart. Get it? Cross.
What do you got for us, Runner? What's your next one?
Sorry.
That's
I want to see that fucking movie now.
Dolph Lundgren as Judas.
That would work. Sylvester Stallone as
I turned you
Pontius Pilate.
All right, my next movie.
Hey, I thought I had to do the same, but he's like, I'm the son of God.
Can I go now?
No.
Fuck you. All right.
Because your movie sucks.
Does it suck? Because this was my
No,
Oh,
actually,
yeah,
that's an
Robocop
amazing
2.
film. Damn it, you had to do that to me, didn't
He
you?
got you.
You
Speaking
son of a
religious
bitch.
symbolism and stuff, RoboCop.
I wouldn't say the movie's amazing. It's fine. I don't enjoy it as much as most
Dead
people.
or alive, you're coming with me. He's not.
Go ahead, Runner.
No, RoboCop 2 is an alright movie. I got kind of bored at times and looked at my phone through parts of the movie, so it's one I need to rewatch.
Yeah, but you like Snyder films.
Hey, fuck off. I like the first RoboCop. The first RoboCop is a masterpiece, okay?
I like the second one. I think the second one gets some shit, but it's not a bad movie.
I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I just think it's all right. Like, I don't think it's as good as some people like to say it is.
It's a good one.
I usually stick up for it because you have no idea how much shit that movie gets.
It does.
No, I could see why, and I don't hate it. Like, there are things in it I really like. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, just that first movie's so good. How can you even
exactly
try to top it?
Yeah, exactly.
You got to admit, though, RoboCop 2 was pretty badass.
It was. It had some great stuff.
No, I mean, the actual RoboCop 2. I mean, Kane RoboCop 2.
Oh, yeah.
The character.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
I thought the third act part was pretty good. Like, where he had, like, the big-ass gun.
Kane!
Runner's just like, he gets quiet. Go ahead, Runner.
No, I don't know. There's not a whole lot to say about this movie. It's an all right sequel. Not as good as the first movie. The first movie is an all timer. Like I'd rewatch the first movie over this one any day.
Brian, to answer your question, RoboCop is one of the single greatest films of all time.
It is.
Yes,
truly.
It's a perfect movie.
It is.
It truly is. In a pantheon of perfect movies, much like Back to the Future Part 1, RoboCop is one of them.
Yep.
But I'll be honest with you. I think I saw this like a month ago for the first time.
he's like, yeah, but I had to wait.
I only showed this today because I'm going to talk about the next movie for my next pick. That's why. I watched that.
Okay.
I watched that one yesterday for the first time.
And yes, The Godfather 2. Yes. Part 1, 2, whatever one you want to say.
I only saw the. I still to this day have only seen the first two movies.
Gotta get on
Don
that third
Corleone, you're coming with me.
Maybe I can make you into a real boy. Is that an offer you can't refuse?
I've always wanted to be a real boy.
Oh, that's great. Well, since we ain't got much on RoboCop 2 and we've talked about it, so what do you got for us, Ron or Tom?
Oh, well, should I do the one we're going to do together now?
Yeah, we might as well go ahead.
Okay, well, we have one that we both watched, and this was the movie that I remembered out of the blue last week, and we both picked up Miracle Beach with Amy Dolenz and Dean Cameron in it. Of course, Dean Cameron, I couldn't believe I forgot who he was, but of course he's the guy from Summer School.
And Rockula.
Yes. And
also, hold on though. Speaking of which, you know that clip with that you play with Quentin Tarantino where he's talking Top Gun? He's in that clip.
Oh, okay.
He's the guy who's going, who the fuck's that guy? Who's that guy?
Oh, that is him. That's right. Yeah.
But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that until now that you say that.
He's in that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Where's Miracle Beach?
Okay, Miracle Beach is the movie that I was talking about that's basically I Dream of Jeannie with tits.
No, but is it in...
That's awesome.
Is it...
I did a review too, so
no,
it's coming this week, guys.
Is it in a boutique store?
Oh, it's a Kino Lorber title.
Oh, okay, it's Kino. Cool.
Yeah, it's like $15, I think, right now on Amazon. I don't know if it's in their sale. It might be in their sale. I got it before the sale, I think.
Let me look.
Because I think Greg and I ordered it the same night at the same time.
Yeah, we did.
They're probably like, why are two people suddenly ordering Miracle Beach? It's a miracle.
It's $18.
Oh, now it went
back up.
We paid less than that.
Yeah, I paid way less than that.
That's why they jacked up the price. They're like, we're gonna have a run on Miracle Beach.
And you know what's funny? It's like, because I asked Tom, you guys will you'll hear Tom's voice in my review for this when it comes out. Should be Thursday, maybe Friday, or whenever. But you'll hear Tom's voice in that review, and the trailer. The only trailer I could find for it, because I like to use the old trailers in it. You know.
That reminds me, I got to do that.
Yeah, I like to use the old trailers in the review because they usually don't get claimed, but this one had a little bit of music in it, so I've just kind of cut out the music and use your voiceover because that's all it really is in the trailer. But it's a Red Band trailer, so I had to do some creative editing with that.
Well, and I'm really flabbergasted because there's very, very, very little about this movie out on the internet. There's no special features on here, and sadly, it's only the R-rated cut. And we were talking before the show, and I guess the most I could find is supposedly there's 3 different cuts of the film. A PG-rated one, a PG-13 rated one, and the R-rated one, basically.
Right.
And like I said, I remember when it premiered on Cinemax back in the day, they would show the PG version during the day, and they would show the R version at night. And I had both versions on the same tape. And there is no reason I would keep a PG-rated version unless there was extra shit that was different. So I swear there has got to be some reason for that. So hopefully at some point this gets revisited, but I doubt it considering this movie is practically lost to time, and the fact that it even has a Blu-ray release blows my mind.
I know, and I'm glad I have it because like you said, we probably won't get the alternate cuts on anything other time. So,
but I mean, if anybody remembers or if I'm just crazy, I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's a cute movie, though. It's a sweet movie, and you could see there are certain points where you're just like, they should have just made this a PG kids kind of movie because it is kind of almost too sweet. But then at the same time, you have the through line of the Miss America or the Miss Universe deal, which really, really, really utilizes the R rating quite well. So.
Yeah. I mean, if you really, honestly, the R rating comes from his friends and their wishes. So that's like, you know, because it's mostly
pretty much.
Yeah. And it's mostly just him trying to hook up with that other woman why him and the genie are falling in love too. So yeah.
But other than that, I mean, basically that's really what this is, to be real. It would be like what if they had done an I Dream of Jeannie in the 90s, it would have been this, minus the tits.
Yeah. And Amy Dolenz is super hot in the movie.
And she played fine as Jeannie from the old Jeannie. Like if you had her playing that role, I would have been fine with it, right? Like, and even Dean Cameron is fine if you would have made him instead of being a beach bum, made him you know,
what was his?
He was a pilot, I believe, if I remember right.
Yeah, they could have made him like a pilot or even a boat captain or something on the beach there. Yeah,
that would have made sense. Yeah,
a Navy guy.
So. Yeah, in the Navy. Yeah. Yeah. But no, like it's a cute movie. I mean, it takes the same kind of premise basically, and it's got the whole elements of, you know, exactly where it's gonna go. It's very
it's
predictable, but it's very sweet and cute in its heart, and it's. Yeah. Alexis Arquette and the other guy who plays buddies are great. I think that's Brian Perry, if I'm not mistaken. Then you got Martin Mull as a director in it. He's kind of funny in it too.
Yeah, I love the fact that I don't want to say that. Well,
Pat Morita's great in it too. Yeah. See, that's the thing is, I swear, like maybe the PG version has more Pat Morita in it or something, because
it did feel like he was a little left out, especially when it gets to certain things.
Yeah, I don't know if somebody else besides me remembers, but I scoured YouTube, I scoured the internet, and all there is just the fact that it exists. That's all. Nothing else about him. Even when you go onto IMDb, there's not even any listing in the alternate versions, right? So even there, they should even just have it listed that the fact that they exist. No, that part's in the trivia, and outside of that, nothing in there indicates any difference. And I even thought maybe somebody had them taped and would have put it on YouTube or something like that, but no.
Usually you can find them there like that.
No.
It's a shame. Now you wish you would have kept it where you were VHS kept it off TV now.
How long ago I would have lost those, man.
That was a long time ago, yeah.
And then you get to a point where, like, when I started getting rid of VHS altogether, like, yeah, it was just like,
yeah,
there was nothing worth keeping then.
It's a fun movie. It's like Tom said, it's like if I Dream of Jeannie was in the 90s and you know, they throw in a lot of boobs and butt for you guys too. So
I mean, it kind of reminds me of like I said, like, you know, how we had the Beverly Hillbillies and the Addams Family and all that stuff. And if they'd have done the I Dream of Jeannie in the 90s, it probably would have been this.
It's pretty close to it.
Yeah, you made a PG-13 and not R, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you'd have to turn it down in that aspect. But it's fun, and like they play, and like Dean Cain, I was surprised. I didn't even expect
I totally had forgot he was in it too. Yeah, he plays the asshole. And I think this came out
right before Lois and Clark.
As I say, right around the same time-ish. I remember that because I remember they making a big deal about him being in it when they advertised it on Cinemax.
Lois and Clark came out in 1992 on TV, and this came out, says 1992 too. So yeah, I can see where they would make a huge deal about it. Yeah, so that surprised me when I saw him. But it's a really fun movie. I vaguely remembered parts of it. Like, for some reason, I remember the Pat Morita stuff. But like, I'm so glad you brought that to my attention, and I'm so glad to have gotten it. And because, like you said, we will probably never get another Blu-ray or the multiple versions of this film again, unless maybe we speak up and a lot of people all of a sudden start buying Miracle Beach.
No, I don't see it having the cult following as some other films do. I mean, it almost has like an anti-cult following at this point. Because like the Dean Cameron in an interview says, I don't remember if you told me this or if I found it in one of the things I was looking for, but he said he blames this movie for ending his career.
I would. You probably saw that. Yeah, I did see it. But yeah, I
read it somewhere. But yeah.
The poor guy. Because like he said,
it has zero special features on it either. Yeah. So, like nobody wanted to even bother coming and talking about it.
Yeah, no, it sucks too because it is actually a fun movie. I mean, I know a lot of times these actors and stuff they don't like movies like this, especially when they run their careers
for like a straight to video / cable movie or whatever you want to call it. Like at the time, it's very high end for that.
Yeah, it is. It's very high end. Good night, Barth. Thank you for hanging with us and all your great questions as always. So have a good night, man. But yeah, it's a fun movie, and like you said, they really could have did an I Dream of Jeannie out of it. So
maybe that's what it started its life as.
And
they couldn't get the rights, maybe, and they're just like, "Fuck it, we'll do it our own."
Like a
kind of like Dr. What you would call it from Dr. Morbius or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh yeah, Dr. Mordred.
Or Dr. Mordred, yeah.
Yeah, it's Mordred time.
It's Mordred time. It's Morden time.
But yeah, it does feel a little bit like a TV pilot at points in the movie, though. Like it could have like.
But it's a bit higher end quality for
definitely
for a TV / straight to video movie. The music is the only thing in it that I would say that really makes it kind of feel cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, the movie doesn't feel cheap at all, and again, it has a lot of charm to it. Great cast, and they're giving it their all, even though it's not. It's like such a cookie cutter fantasy story that it
is. And then some of the stuff they do is like, yeah, you see it coming, but why would you sort of do it like that?
And for some reason, I swear there's more shit between him and Dean Cain, maybe in the PG-13 version.
There's got to be because he kind of like he comes in for
or
a few
the PG version or whatever,
and then he kind of just disappears.
And then just disappears. Yeah, I swear there was another, and that's what bothers me about that because I would never in that, especially back then, because you know and I know and everybody that had a VHS back then, tape was precious.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no reason. There's no reason that I would keep a PG movie if all the difference was just boobs.
Exactly.
There's no reason. And I remember there has to be something different about it. Maybe there's VHS tapes out there somewhere. Maybe you'll come across them at one of your thrift show, wherever you go to
Yeah,
find
where I
VHS or whatever.
Yeah, hopefully that'd be nice because it's been slim.
Watch that
pickings
fucker
here,
goes
man.
for like $100 on VHS or something.
Yeah, I bet it does. It probably those older ones like that are really rare,
Especially
to
if they're
find
different versions.
Yeah, especially like that. Brandon Brad says he's got to get back to work. He'll rewatch the show, catch up on what he missed. Great stuff. So
Take care, Brandon Brad.
Yeah, have a good one. Enjoy your
I
movie.
see Bryant was leaving too. Take care, Bryant.
Yeah, Bryant. I love Brandon Brad, man, because he listens and he takes notes and gets the movies that we talk about.
That fucker gets me with trivia.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Random Brad and his random trivia.
Night, Bryant Barth, if you're still watching.
But anyway, since basically Greg and I kind of had the same movie there. Yeah. Our homework synced up on that. He was supposed to watch Heart and Souls, but he didn't.
Yeah, I was, but like I said, I watched Miracle Beats. I watched Beavis by That Scream. I watched The Resurrect. I bought The Resurrected when I bought Miracle Beats and all them, and I was like, I gotta watch this movie because it sounded really good. So that's why I kind of didn't get to Heart and Souls though. But yeah, since we both just sort of did the same movie, it's your turn again, Runner. So what do you got? Is this your final pick?
No, this is my second to last pick.
I only got one more after this.
Yeah, I only got one more. I thought we was doing 4.
Yeah, I said 5. Remember?
I knew he was going to shit on RoboCop 3.
I don't hate it actually.
Really? Okay, let's listen. I'm listening.
I watched it yesterday for the first time. I don't think it's a great movie by any means, but I don't hate it. I really don't. It's not too bad. Like there were actually some interesting things in the movie.
Yeah, you can kind of tell where it was supposed to go.
Yeah.
It just didn't quite get there. You know, like
yeah, exactly.
And it was really hindered by the rating and the fact that Orion was falling apart and losing money.
Yep. And then we didn't get Peter Weller back.
Yeah, that was its biggest mistake.
That was a throw off for me right there, honestly.
Because Burke does not play it the same way that Peter does. It's just not the same.
Yeah, he's just not.
But the
have a good night, the Bat.
The doctor chick or whatever, she was hot as fuck.
Oh yeah.
See, and I think she's actually supposed to be the same chick that was in the last movie too, but they didn't get her back. But yeah, anyway, continue.
Yeah, it's not a movie I don't know what to say about the film, but like I don't hate it as much as some people do, because I've heard people say like, oh, this movie sucks and all that, and that's why, you know, I wasn't sure if I wanted to get this from Shout, because I know you guys told me like, oh, these are gonna go out of print soon, so that's why I got 2 and 3.
And I don't necessarily. They might get 4Ks eventually, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, at least you got them. I mean,
exactly. I got them on Blu-ray because I'm like, I don't even know if they're coming out on 4K, because honestly, the first one is, in my opinion, the only one worth getting on 4K for me, just because the first one is just fantastic all around.
I would probably pick up the other 2 on 4K, but they're not necessary for 4K.
Exactly, they're not like needed. You know what I mean? Like the first one, like that one, like everyone wanted a 4K for that. Honestly.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the third Robocop, not the greatest.
I got. You know, it's weird. It's like, why are the last 2, not counting the remake, a Shout Factory release, but they don't even have the first one for some reason?
Because Arrow won out, I guess, in the end on that one.
Yeah, it's just the rights man, whoever got to them first.
Because I'm just wondering, they're all 3 are.
Look at this. Thank you, OG Monkey Balls. Love the name, by the way. Just sub to your channel. Awesome content, man. Thank you. Quick question. When are they releasing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 on 4K? I don't think they gave us a date yet, but it's coming to Vinegar Syndrome. I think sometime, was it next year maybe? Sometime next year maybe, I think. It could possibly be by the end of this year, though. So no official date yet, OG Monkey Balls, but it's coming.
Is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 good? Because I've only seen the first one.
I fucking love the second one, but I'm not a good barometer for
I'm
that.
with you, Tom, because I like a lot.
Listen, there are shit movies that I like too.
Here's the thing: the second movie is nothing like the first movie.
No, not at all.
It's like Tobe Hooper. It's like, we're gonna give you like $10 million to make Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Can I do anything I want? Yeah. I'm gonna make it a comedy.
And also,
and it works.
The first one's a comedy too.
I did hear about that.
It's hilarious, but it's gory and hilarious and just batshit crazy fun.
And Dennis
you
Hopper
got Dennis Hopper having a fucking chainsaw fight with fucking Leatherface. It is fucking sweet.
It's crazy. It's a manic dream of who knows what the hell was going on.
It's like the king of B movies. Like,
yes,
I mean,
and it's a canon film too. So
yeah, and it's a canon film on top of it. Yeah, so it's actually probably one of their best films, to be honest with you. They're on all levels, production wise. And just the fact that it delivered. And I mean, I know some people don't like it as much because it's not the same movie, but you can't repeat that first movie.
Yeah, I mean,
and Toby knew that. Like, he's like, you can't do that again. It's just be doing the same shit over and over again, you know? So you got to come at it at a different angle. And he did a great job making it a family comedy.
Yeah. I know that sounds weird, but that's what it is, a family comedy.
I'd like to make a request. You got In and out, Iron Butterfly, In and Out of DeVita. Yeah.
You burnt my Sonny Bono wig.
God damn it. Bubba.
Yeah, Bubba. I forget.
Oh, man, you fucked up my plate.
Once you see the movie Runner, you'll know if you intend on seeing it.
Yeah, I probably will at some point because I did like the first.
It is very much Halloween. That is a great comparison. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is a lot like Gremlins 2. It's like it's in the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever it is, it's in the movie.
No, but like the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like it's a perfect movie of like. It's a perfect movie in the sense where like it's a good one to watch if you like want to make a low budget independent film.
Oh,
you know
absolutely,
I mean?
absolutely.
Like,
and I love the actually. I know it's gonna be sacrilege. I actually like the second one more than I do the first one.
How dare you, sir?
It's just more watchable. I mean, I love the first one and I always will hold it up to its artistic standards. Like Runner said, it's a prime example of what you can do with nothing.
Exactly. That I kind of view it like the first Evil Dead. It's like you watch the first Evil Dead by Sam Raimi, and it's like you watch that, and it's just like this is what you can do with a budget with nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
it's cool.
But TCM 2, man.
I get the point where it's like
the Breakfast Club poster says it all.
It sells it big time. I get your point where it's more watchable. The part 2 is more watchable because that first one. Regardless that Tobe Hooper thinks it's a comedy as well too, it could be a rough watch, and it's pretty intense, and it's guerrilla filmmaking at its finest.
Guerrilla filmmaking? I never heard that word.
Yes, but the second one you can get into it a little more. So,
Monkey Balls. I have not seen the Texas Woke Massacre. I heard enough about that to know to get rid of, not even go near that. I did see part 3 because Robert Meyer Burnett actually worked on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about that.
I have that on Blu-ray.
That one for you.
Part 3 is okay. That's kind of like taking it back more to its roots.
Yeah, and that's with what's his name from Lord of the Rings is in that one, ain't he?
No, you're thinking of part 4. Or no, you're right. You know, he's in that one. McConaughey's in part 4. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Part 4 is a piece of shit.
Yeah, 4 sucks.
The remake, the original remake is I never saw the prequel remake.
I like the one. I did like the one that Michael Bay's company did. That's what
it was. All right.
It was all right. It was decent.
It's just basically like
bad.
a high production value of the first movie.
Are you talking about the one in 2003?
I think so.
That was the one with Jessica Biel, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because
that one was okay.
I heard good things about it, honestly.
Because like that one was okay, and if I remember right, I think the Hills Have Eyes remake wasn't too bad either, if I'm not mistaken. But I can't remember now if that's the one I'm thinking of. I might be thinking of I think I'm thinking of Last House on the Left. That one was all right.
Yeah.
And then the one that Adam Marcus wrote, Texas Chainsaw 3D, I like, but I hate all the things that he dislikes about it too.
Yeah,
so I wish we would have got his version.
About it. Yeah, I wish especially like since knowing that it was actually supposed to be in the 90s and then they set it in the thousands and the timelines don't match up one bit.
Yeah, there's that. And do your thing, cuz.
Yeah, do your thing, cuz.
Because I actually like the idea. I like the idea. I like the whole setup. But then, yeah, once you get to some of the stupidity of it, then it's like... And then other than that, no, I haven't seen any more, so I can't speak to that. Maybe I did like the Hills Have Eyes remake. I can't remember.
That was
Take care, Morgan.
King. Good night. Glad you stopped by, man.
But I missed my last movie.
Yes. But yeah, sometime, maybe by the end of this year, but I'm thinking next year, G Monkey Balls, Texas Chainsaw 2, 4K from Vinegar Syndrome. So be on the lookout. Tom,
by the way, Dan Blackwright, I'm not stupid. Fuck off.
He's just fucking with you, man.
I know. I'm just telling him I'm not. I'm telling him I'm not.
Shut
stupid.
your mouth.
Shut your mouth. Oh, I think I know what's next. We got Tom.
Of course, it's the beginning of blaxploitation. One of the best films of the era. Shaft.
Shut your mouth.
I'm talking about Shaft.
Shaft.
4K from Criterion. Shaft. Fucking loved this movie, man. I mean, I guess I must not have seen it in God knows how many years, probably a video years ago or on Cinemax or something like that, and I just barely remember it, but I don't remember it being this fucking good. It's just a damn good movie.
Is it a good transfer?
Oh, a beautiful transfer. And actually, they got a new stereo soundtrack on here, just stereo, not 5.1. But it was overseen by Isaac Hayes III. Go ahead.
Because I only asked that because I like some people got like the copy early from Criterion or something, and some people were like complaining about it, I think.
Really, I'll have to check it out because I didn't notice anything anyway.
Oh, okay.
But I've not seen the movie in I don't know how many years either.
What's up, Snowdub? And Snowdub says he's not seen you without glasses. So
it's weird. What's up, Snow?
Weird.
But no, I loved the movie.
Well, no, like Tom has like really blue eyes.
I could go swimming in them eyes.
Oh, you say such sweet thing.
I know.
But no, the movie is basically Shaft is a private dick.
A what?
Shut your mouth.
Go on.
He's a private dick who, of course, gets himself wrapped up in this. It's kind of like a film noir kind of story, in a sense. And really, I for being a part of the explosion of the beginning of blaxploitation, it really has very little to do with race. Like there's like 2 scenes that it really comes up in that I recall at all. So I'm kind of surprised it isn't a whole bunch of like, we're gonna go get Whitey kind of shit, you know, like there's none of that kind of shit in there at all. It's just a straightforward action flick. And I mean, you could have put Charles Bronson or anybody else in the movie and it'd been just as good. But you know, just Shaft is Shaft, right? I mean, he has that persona, that presence, and basically he gets wrapped up this mafia kingpin named Bumpy. I say mafia, it's not really mafia, it's the gang or whatever, because he's. But anyway, Bumpy has his daughter gets kidnapped by the mafia, the actual Italian mafia, because they're trying to start a war between the black gangs and the mafia so that they can take over their territory. And so Bumpy asks Shaft to go get his daughter back for him. And that's really just the setup. That's pretty much it. And I mean, of course, Shaft learns a few things about who knows what, who's doing what. And of course, he gets semi-hassled by the cops, but he also has a friend on the force too that's kind of a cool guy. you know, and that's one of the scenes where like a lot of the racism kind of comes in because his partner like calls him, and I don't think he actually calls him like the N-word or anything like that, but he does say something that's mildly racist, and they have a little back and forth, and then he's talking to his buddy, and he's like, you know, you ain't so black, Shaft, you know, like whatever. And he's like, yeah, well, you ain't so white, you know, like, so like, yeah, little scenes like that. And but they're fun. And it's funny. The action is well directed, well edited, well paced. The music by Isaac Hayes is fucking phenomenal. I mean, we all know the music.
Yeah.
And
that's like one of the main things I remember because that's been so long since I've seen it.
I do know the music.
Who doesn't, right? I mean, it's
right.
I think my dad like showed me the music because my dad was like, at the time when he saw Shaft, when he was like young, he was like, Isaac Hayes was like the coolest guy and all that. Like that's what he was saying because I told my dad like I just know him as Chef from South Park.
See, everybody ever seen my balls? They're big and salty and brown.
Did you hear me, by the way? Because I thought I cut out.
No, I heard you. That's why I was singing chocolate salty balls.
I wasn't sure because like no one talked for like 5. No one talked for like 10.
I think you did cut out.
I think you cut. Yeah, you cut out a little.
You
bit
probably didn't hear me singing, but to my surprise,
what's up, Matt Vader?
I did hear you.
Hell, buddy.
What's up,
I didn't get a chance to really check out many of the special features, but it is butt loaded with special features. So
yeah, I mean it's the new. That's what I was wondering because the Criterion has got into 4K now, so I was curious what they stacked this with. And like you said, it comes with the sequel. So,
well, yeah, I was just about to say, to my surprise, even though it was kind of high price, but Criterion is always kind of high price, so I didn't think nothing of it. I had no idea when I ordered it, but when
that's why I didn't buy anything from
opened it. It actually has the sequel, Shaft's Big Score. So I was like, oh, cool. So I actually get to watch the second film too. And actually, the second. No, sadly, it's just Blu-ray, but it's a decent transfer. That one's only mono, and it has, sadly, the worst part of it is Isaac Hayes didn't return to do the score. The score is fucking horrible, actually, in comparison. I mean, it's decent.
It's from Isaac Hayes to not Isaac Hayes.
That's just it. The problem is whoever the guy they had come in, I can't remember the name of the guy, but that did the music. But like, he was basically just trying to kind of emulate. It's like a sound-alike when you get one of those cheap, royalty-free sound-alike songs. So it's like they're trying to kind of sound like it, but it's not quite trying to sound like it was trying to do its own thing, but not quite. It does have an Isaac Hayes song on it, though, which is weird. So I don't know why they didn't have him just do the soundtrack again or just reuse his music.
Yeah, but why didn't they do that? Since
the
movie owned it.
The second movie is a little bit different. The second movie probably actually has a little bit better plot, but the problem with the second movie is the climax kind of lost me twice. It's just a little too long. Like it's like 10 minutes too long. If they'd just chopped it down just a little bit, it probably would have been a little bit more palatable. But outside of that, the second film is pretty damn good for a second movie coming out the year after. But of course, you got the same director come back, some of the same cast. You have Bumpy return, and of course Shaft. But other than that, like the story for the second film is, it starts off, and again, it's another noir kind of story. That's what's great about it. Is a friend of Shaft's who is works in the community and is he's suspicious that that somebody's after him and they're trying to get this money that he has saved up for a children's hospital, I believe in Harlem. And so in the beginning of the movie, he's blown up in his store, and of course, so Shaft is trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, and there's certain people that are suspects and everything like that, and it's a whole thing of where's the money kind of thing. Yeah. And so I don't want to give too much away because the second one actually has a really intricate, much more complicated plot than the first movie. First movie's really straightforward, do the job, get it done. There's still a few little twists here and there, but not nearly as much as the second film. And in that respect, the second film is probably a better written film as far as the story, but it's just not as fun. The music's not there. It's not as, they have a little bit more money probably to do the second film. You can tell that with the stunt work and everything like that. That's the problem, is that at the end it turns into your typical Bond style action kind of movie. So like it's fun, but it's just kind of like it starts to lose its luster because like it makes the mistake of certain characters getting killed at certain points. It's like they should have saved them a little bit longer, or made this just a little bit shorter. But yeah, I've not seen the Sam Jackson one in God knows how many years, and I remember not liking it that much. But it's actually not.
People say it was good.
It's a Lega sequel. But now you might be thinking of the 2019 one.
Yeah, the 2019 one where all the shafts come in.
Yeah, see, now that one I've heard is really fucking
that's good. Yeah.
So I can't wait to check that one out now. Because that was part of my thing. I was waiting for this to come out because people have been wanting me to see that one. And I've been like, yeah, I'll check it out here eventually. And then I heard we were getting this. So I'm like, I'll wait until we get, because I haven't seen the original in God knows how long, if ever. I'm pretty sure I watched it when I was younger, but I just don't really remember it.
Yeah, same here. It's been so long. I can't. I just, like I said, I just remember the music. I can't remember much of the movie at all.
But no, the original Shaft I would put on par with like Death Wish, the French Connection, all those early gritty 70s action flicks. And this is probably the funnest of all of them. Because, I mean, Shaft's just a fun character. And it doesn't even really, I mean, and his, kind of like with Bond, you kind of get this whole like, his persona precedes him kind of thing. And he's not nearly what the persona portrays. And he might be by the third film for all I know. I haven't seen that yet. I ordered it. But, it's just one of those things that I was kind of surprised at how it was not the movie I was expecting it to be. And I was pleasantly surprised that I enjoyed it a hell of a lot more than I thought I was going to. So, can't recommend them enough.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely have to look into picking that one up myself. Because it's like I said,
especially if Criterion does a half price sale and has it on sale soon, that'd definitely be worth it.
Definitely.
Because I was actually kind of upset with them. I got Pink Flamingos today. I thought that was supposed to be 4K, but no, I guess it's only a Blu-ray from a 4K master.
Oh, really? Yeah, I thought that. I remember them when they announced the Shaft novel. I thought that was 4K too.
For the price, it fucking should be.
Yeah.
It's like $40 for a 1-disc Blu-ray.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And Shaft was definitely a heck of a better deal.
Yeah, and I think I got that a little cheaper even. But I think now it's back up to $40. But yeah,
it's not. I don't buy a whole lot of Criterion. It's just because sometimes they're too expensive, and
I haven't bought.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I haven't bought any Criterion because their prices are fucking insane. But I might get Criterion maybe around the July sale.
Excuse me, I might look into that
Shaft
because I definitely want to see that one, and then maybe get into the new one.
There are some Criterion titles I do want to get.
Yeah, they got some good ones. It's just they're probably the most pricey of the ones I shop through sometimes.
No, they're the most they're the most pricey, and like some of their or most of them, I'm not really too into because, like Greg said, and we're kind of in the same boat with Criterion. It's most of them are just award-winning movies, and it's like, like me and Greg, it's like we want the fun, the what do you call them?
I just like really bad cheesy movies. So
yeah, I mean, I don't want to see bad cheesy movies because there are some legit good movies. Like the stuff Shout Factory has, like that is.
I get what you're talking about.
That's more for for me and Greg because the horror element and all that.
I get where you come from, but yeah, I do like I want to get Shaft. That's definitely, especially after Tom's glowing review there, because it's been so long, and plus to know that you get to put 1 and 2.
Exactly, like Shout and Arrow are probably like up my alley. I mean, Arrow's kind of expensive too, but but the titles they have, they're pretty much worth it.
Tom knows all about the clever packaging with Criterion.
Oh, it's Citizen Kane, yeah.
Oh, that was horrible.
I remember. Man, it feels like it was yesterday when Tom ranted on that. That was great.
That reminds me. I actually still need to get my fixed Blu-ray of that and Hard Day's Night. I got to get that done.
Oh yeah. But I guess, Runner, you'll save your last one for next week because I'm going to do my last one and then we're going to close it down. We've been going about 2 hours here, so.
Oh,
okay. Is that cool? Are you cool with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So
you sound so down. You should just let him do it.
I know. Well, yeah, okay. I'll let you do it, Runner, if you want to. But
I mean, if you want to close it out, that's fine.
was
He
waiting on
sounds like
this.
he's gonna fucking cry.
I was waiting for this movie to come out on 4K down the line, which I think it may eventually. But my dad was like, I haven't seen this movie in so long. Do you remember this movie? And I'm like, yeah, yep. And so I bought it, and it's The Frighteners. So we watched it. I watched this weekend with my dad because he really loves this movie, and I'd been waiting to buy it for a while. So I finally, I just broke down and bought it, and it's a really good flick. It's one of Michael J. Fox's best outside of Back to the Future, and it's just a fun, good time. Peter Jackson. This movie led to Lord of the Rings, so it's a great flick.
You did the homework that Script Doctor and I didn't do.
Oh, is this what the movie you guys are talking about?
That was supposed to be the A-rated B movie this week, and then next week we can't do it because of 4th of July weekend, so it's going to be like 2 weeks before we get to it.
Oh, man. Yeah, so I had to buy it, and I watched it, and this has got the director's cut and the theatrical version on it, and we watched the director's cut. I got to say, it's only 14 minutes longer, but it fleshes out the ghost a lot more than the original did. The ghost and the Jeffrey Combs character, the FBI guy. It fleshes, like, most of the stuff that was deleted was their stuff. None of the Michael J. Fox stuff and all that. So it was worth it. I'm glad I picked it. I'm glad I finally picked it up on Blu-ray, and it was only $10. So it's a good one. And it's got some legitimate scares. It's got some great comedy. It's got a great cast. Michael J. Fox, Jeffrey Combs, who I love from Reanimator, from Beyond Dr. Mordred. It's got Jake Busey. How do you say his name? Chi McBride? Is it Chi McBride?
Shy McBride, I think.
Shy McBride. And Dee Wallace is in it. So, and Peter Jackson directed it. So it's awesome. It's a great movie. Great fun flick with some legitimate scares and great comedy. Oh, and Arlie Emery is in it. he got.
She's still got her teeth.
You know what, Greg?
What?
That movie, I haven't seen the movie, but it's probably not as good as my next pick.
It's probably better than your next pick.
Oh, fuck no. Are you kidding me?
If you've never seen The Frighteners, you don't know what you're talking about. This movie legitimately led to Lord of the Rings. Everything he came up with in this movie,
I understand
he used on Lord of the Rings.
I understand that, but like, this is a 4 movie pack, and one of them is one of the greatest movies of all time. Okay, you gotta understand that.
I don't know.
Godfather?
No.
Jaws?
No.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I'm right there with you, Dan. But I would never guess that would
I already showed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles once.
Then I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, technically it's 3, but it's a 4 movie pack.
All right. We'll skip over The Frighteners, even though it's probably way better than anything you're going to talk about. It's a great movie. Check it out if you guys don't have it.
He surprised me, so we'll see.
You are going to be fucking wrong.
What do you got? And this you better not have hyped this up to where you get.
It's Cruel Jaws, isn't it?
Cruel Jaws.
No.
Hank VP, I think you're right.
It ain't Cruel Jaws. Hank VP.
Cruel Summer.
No. The second movie to this is one of the greatest movies of all time.
It's 4 movies though. Oh yeah, I should have known. You brought that up earlier.
Right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like The Frighteners better.
It's got the white sticker.
So that means it's fixed, huh?
That means it's fixed.
See, those I'm not so worried about. But
there was only one left at my Best Buy, and I grabbed
fuck your Best Buy.
And listen, I watched Road Warrior a few days ago on 4K. My God,
that looks nice.
Oh my God, the picture quality! Like as soon as it started, I was just like, "Holy shit! It looks like a movie that came out recently."
Oh, look at this! Wishful thinking says the first one is the best.
I like the first one, but no, it's not Road Warrior. I'm sorry. Second one's GOAT.
Master Blaster runs broader town.
And maybe I shouldn't have shown this because because we're probably going to talk about these movies for an hour, but I don't know. What are y'all thoughts about each movie? So like the first one's good. That was the first one I got into, and it took me a while to see the second one. and then I loved the second one. And I'm just like, this is like.
I think all three is actually a great trilogy. The first three.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. As a whole,
I think as
trilogy as
a
a whole,
whole,
it's great.
yeah, because you got the first movie where it sets him up, the second movie where he becomes the man with no name,
Yeah.
and then the third movie he kind of finds himself again through the kids.
Yeah.
Right? And to me, it kind of comes full circle considering it started with the loss of his wife and kid.
And I've only seen Beyond Thunderdome once, and I gotta be honest with you, it's good. I just don't enjoy it as much as the first two, honestly. But I probably
Well,
need
it's
to
all or
rewatch
nothing. We don't need another hero runner.
We don't need another hero.
Like Dan Blackwood says, Mad Max 2, we don't call it Road Warrior.
Well, we call it Road Warrior.
Yeah, it was renamed. Was it renamed Road Warrior for us, or was it always that?
It was renamed
subtitle?
for us that.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Now in this version, though, I think they replaced the Mad Max 2 title.
Because when you watch Road Warrior or Mad Max 2, it says Mad Max 2 in the intro.
Oh, interesting.
I love all three of them, and then there's Furiosa.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be another Furiosa.
I don't care.
I'll be honest though. I like Anya Taylor-Joy a whole lot more than Charlize Theron. So
I liked it for what it was at the time, but I could see creeping in what we were dealing with now.
I'm like 50-50 on Fury Road. Like, part of the movie I really like there are aspects of the movie I really like, but then exactly like you said, Tom, the stuff that's like creeping in, it's like that bothered the shit out of me. Especially the ending where fucking she's the hero and Max just walks away. I'm just like, the way that's played out, just like, what the fuck?
Just gotta turn around.
Yeah, he's practically pointless in the movie.
Right, and I like Tom Hardy as an actor a lot, but
there's no reason it couldn't have been Mel Gibson.
I'll be honest with you. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I might get some hate for this, but Tom Hardy's probably the best actor you can get to replace Mel Gibson.
Yeah, but at that point, there's still no reason not to.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, like, Tom Hardy.
I mean, I know why they didn't, but
I know. I'm just saying Tom Hardy is the best choice you can think of.
It's not like the movie made a bunch of money or anything. It did okay. That was the thing. Is I remember when it came out, they were so disappointed at the fact that it didn't make a shit ton of money because it was a very expensive movie.
No, and like, what the thing that bothers me about Fury Road is like people like, I think it had some like anniversary recently. I don't know how many years, but then some people on Twitter are like, oh, it's been so and so years since this masterpiece came out. I was like, this movie is not a masterpiece. Like, have you seen The Road Warrior? That's a masterpiece.
It was not. That's bait. So
right, I'm just like, why are you calling? Yeah, it looks pretty as fuck. The visuals are fucking amazing, but it's not a masterpiece. Are you fucking kidding me?
It's a nice pickup there. At least all three. And you got so who told you like if the white sticker means it's all fixed?
Tom told me.
Was that you, Tom, that said that?
I don't remember.
No, it was Tom. He's the 4K master. He knows.
Possibly. I think the single disc version has a yellow. That's the Escape from New York or LA.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, Escape from LA. Because I remember you mentioned that when I shouldn't have gotten the Escape from LA, the fucked up one.
I think Digital Bits had said something about the new ones were out there now, or something like that. That was a little while ago, but yeah.
They're not out on my Best Buy yet, but they did have the Mad Max one.
Usually when information happens and it's over with, I just push it out of my brain.
I paid like
happens to me too.
I paid like $60-something for this, so it was more expensive than the Batman set.
I didn't say you got your Batman's way better than that.
Yeah, I know. Like I had to pay more for this, and it's funny. It's like it's almost the same situation as the Batman stuff. It's like I pay some money for the third ones, but if it was if it cost less, I probably could have gotten the fourth one for nothing.
Yeah. Good night, deleted scenes. Have a good one. See you later, man. But yeah, there you go. Mad Max. Now that was some real Australian guerrilla filmmaking. Those guys were crazy back then just to get these shots. It's true.
Didn't spell gorilla right, but yeah.
You didn't even know what guerrilla filmmaking was, so.
I never heard people say that before. Fuck off. Oh, Fury? Oh, Fury's a good movie by David Ayer.
He's talking about Fury Road.
I know, that's the fucking joke, you idiot.
I'm the idiot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said
if you want to go that way.
I said that very jokingly, damn it.
I couldn't tell.
You fucking ruined it, man.
I don't know. I'm an idiot, so what can I say?
But in all seriousness, Fury is a good movie.
But yeah, that's a good deal. I like the Mad Max ones.
Yeah.
Good. I like all three of them. I know a lot of people give Beyond Thunderdome a little bit of shit, but it's a good movie. I don't care that it's split into two different stories. But like Tom said, it comes full circle. So
like Beyond Thunderdome to me feels like Army of Darkness before Army of Darkness, but Army of Darkness is a better movie in my opinion. You know what I mean? And
I get what you're saying.
And this is a slight nitpick about the score by Junkie XL is fucking awesome in Fury Road. Like there are things in Fury Road I like. I will admit that. The visuals are a 10 out of 10 for that though. You gotta be honest. Like it's a beautiful movie. It's just not a great Mad Max movie.
It's not a Mad Max movie.
No, exactly. When you think about it, like it has elements in it, but like it's just the Furiosa movie. Like it's called Mad Max Fury Road, and it's not about Mad Max. But here's my nitpick about Beyond Thunderdome. When Max gets like longer hair, for some damn reason he doesn't grow a full-on beard.
Well, you can't shave.
Yeah, but like if you're like traveling through the
desert,
it's
easier to shave your face than it is to cut your hair.
I'm just saying it would have made more sense if like he had like a Santa fucking beard, like
it's hot in the desert.
And as much as Fury Road wasn't that great, at least like Tom Hardy's version like had like more, like he had more he had a
facial
bigger,
hair.
Facial hair, yeah, exactly. And Mel Gibson.
I don't know. But I mean, decent pickup runner. I mean, it was a good. It's good. Good try.
I was curious to think what you thought of Fury Road, Greg, because I heard.
No, I didn't like it. I've seen it one time. Most I remember is him being strapped to the hood of the car, the guy spray painting his face, the guy playing the guitar. Most of the stuff that I remember is like the trailer stuff. I remember them finding that naked lady on the roof where he says it's bait. Then I remember him turning around, and that's about the extent of the movie.
I just remember like, I think it came out 2015, so I was obviously like in like middle school around the time, and I remember there was so much fucking hype with that movie, and it just always escaped me. But like, yeah, exactly. Like so many people have called that movie a masterpiece, and it's like, this movie is not a masterpiece.
It's not. But Aaron Johnson, I have not heard of Ransom in so long. That movie definitely needs a good remaster. Is that even on Blu-ray? Tom, do you know if that one's on Blu-ray? Hold on, right here. We'll get right back to it.
It's on regular Blu-ray, yeah.
It's on regular Blu-ray. Okay. Go on, Renner.
Oh, because like the ending to Fury Road pissed me off. Like the very end, I'm just like, wow. Because I didn't hate the movie at first until that very end. That very fucking end. It's like, really?
Yeah.
What was going through George Miller's mind?
He was making what he wanted. That's what I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
like, you know, because George, you know, after seeing the end of Fury Road, I'm just like, you know what, just keep making your Happy Feet movies. Because for some reason he directed those two movies.
Yes, well, they tend to always go to the kids' movies here, there near the end
Yeah,
of their career.
no, it's just weird. It's like I remember finding out that George Miller directed the Happy Feet movies because I remember watching those when I was like very young. And I'm just like, how does the guy who directed Mad Max direct a movie about baby penguins? It's just weird. I know what happens, but like, it's weird. And like, in
he
that
directed the Babe movies too. I forgot about that. He did, didn't he?
No, he directed the second Babe movie.
Oh, he did. I thought he did.
And I only watched those movies because my sister fucking loves pigs. So I don't know too much about the Babe movies. Never cared about them too much. They're decent movies, I guess. I don't know.
I remember the first one. I don't remember the second one.
Second one's trash.
Yeah.
No, because the second one was directed by George Miller.
But I think we're going to go ahead and
Babe 2 Pig in the City was garbage. I'm sorry.
I don't
think I've ever seen it. Actually,
I don't remember the second one. I remember seeing it, but like I was like very little when I saw it.
I remember seeing the first one. That's all. I don't remember seeing the second one at all.
What was I gonna say? But like Furiosa, I might check that out just because I like Anya Taylor-Joy as an actress. I don't like Charlize Theron.
We'll see.
Like Anya Taylor-Joy is objectively a more likable actress.
But I think we're gonna go ahead and close down. It's almost been 2.5 hours. That's a good pick, Runner, and I'm glad you got the fixed one. So I'm glad Warner Brothers actually fixed it, because usually they don't. Like Tom said, they don't give a crap. So
yeah, so I got this around the same time I got the Universal Soldier Steelbook, which I know you don't like, but
I like the movie. I just don't like the cover art.
I know you don't like the cover, but I got the cover because I'm like, why the fuck not? I found this just out of fucking nowhere, like. You know, I just found it. It was the only one there. And I looked at the back. It was like, oh, is this the fixed one? And it had the sticker. I was like, yes, I'm grabbing this motherfucker.
There you go. That's a good pickup. And fuck your Best Buy.
I love my Best Buy. I fucking love it.
Runner, you got anything coming up on your channel you want to promote or anything? Any videos or anything?
No, but next week, if you're coming to Fan Expo Chicago,
I won't be.
I will be there. Will be. I know you won't be there, Greg. It's kind of sad, but if you are gonna be there by any chance, come and say hi, and you can roast me all you want or whatever. I don't care. I'm probably gonna hang out with Ords at times and stuff because Ord's board will be there, and some others that I think will be there. Drunk 3PO is gonna be there too. Awesome. By the way, you want to give away the Raiders?
Oh yeah, you want to give that away real quick? Well, we got 38 people watching this. We've probably had our highest audience tonight than we've had since we started the show. So thank you all for watching. Everybody that's been watching, everybody in the chat, I appreciate it. I'm glad. I'm glad to see that this show is growing. So
What's a good trivia question, real quick, before we end?
Tom, you think of a good question for what you want to do on Indiana Jones?
Yeah. Sorry, what was that?
What's a good trivia question for Indiana Jones so I can get rid of this code?
We already give away one of the best ones. I don't know. I can't think of that.
How about I don't know if people would know that.
Well, don't make it too easy.
I gotta actually deal with something here. That's the only problem I'm dealing with. I'll be right back.
Okay, go ahead, man. We'll take care of this.
I'll look up a question in the internet.
Yeah, just pick one real quick, and then we'll give it out to the audience. Go ahead, look something up real quick, Runner. While Runner is looking that up and looking for a question, my movie, The Frighteners, check it out. It's a great movie if you've not seen it. If you want to know what some early Oh my god, I forgot his name.
Oh, okay, I got a good one.
Peter Jackson movies look like after he did all of his low budget horror movies. Check out the Frienders. But go ahead, Runner. What's your question? For Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Isn't Frighteners getting a 4K, by the way?
I don't know, but I got tired of waiting, so I bought the Blu-ray and watched it with my dad. So
Okay,
the first person to get Runner's question right in the chat will get the code.
Okay.
Hit him up on Twitter if you follow him on Twitter, or email if you guys can exchange emails, and he will send you the code. So go ahead, Runner.
All right, so people are probably going to kick my ass when I ask this question. I just looked it up. In what year did the movie take place?
Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Yes, of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Raiders of the Lost Ark. In that movie, what year did it take place? Not the making of the movie, not the release of the movie. Like, in the story, what year did it take place?
So you hear that, guys? In the story in Raiders of the Lost Ark, what year does the movie take place?
And if you're having a hard time, I
will say this, that I think this is only going to be a US code. So
is it US and Canada or only US?
Usually they're US, but it could work. It could work. It is possibly because it's a Disney code, so it could possibly work.
No, it's a Paramount, not Disney.
Oh, that's right, Paramount. Isn't it Disney? Because Disney owns Lucasfilm.
Well, no, Disney owns. Here's the thing, like, no, because when you watch the very beginning, Son of a Red Shirt got it right.
Son of a Red Shirt, congratulations! You won Runner's code for the 4K Raiders of the Lost Ark. Get in contact with him through his Twitter.
Yeah,
and he can DM you the code, or if you guys would need to exchange the email or whatever, you can do that. Just so that way you get your code, and make sure you let everybody know that you got the code too. So enjoy.
Son of Red Shirt, are you on Twitter? Because I'm putting it on the chat right now, and DM me. My DMs are open. I'll send you the code. But no, Greg, what I was going to say was in the very beginning of the movie, you see the Paramount logo, right?
Yeah, I know Paramount's part of it.
Yeah, I know, but then it says production or produced by Lucasfilm or something. So basically, Disney they have like the production rights or something, but like Paramount owns
distribution rights.
Yeah, distribution rights, but like Paramount like owns the franchise, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you. But there you go. It's like a Red Shirt.
It's
enjoy.
Like because I think like Disney is like, I think because they were like promoting, the new movie coming up. I don't know about Paramount, but
yeah. All right. Congratulations. Thank you, Runner. Thank you, Tom. I know you're busy. We're going to close it down, guys. Like I said, very, very appreciative of all you guys watching tonight. This is the biggest audience we've had on the show since we started, and that makes me really happy because it feels like we're doing our jobs and giving you guys some great entertainment, something to watch. So I appreciate it. Thank you all for watching.
Good night.
Yeah, and thank you to everybody in the chat. So I would usually go through your names, but we're going to close it down. But thank you all, and as always,
how you doing? Bitches leave.